Got a bar.
He's got a bar. 15% can be his if he wants it. Not sure if I agree with it. I feel like a bar does give you a lot of combo potential as the Flash. Flash doesn't have too many meterless combos. He has a few with the trade, but trade is not accessible yet.
Trying to get in there. The block was there, and here's Batman. Not death though. Hold on, hold on. Is that gonna be it?
Honeybee, not one to drop things.
Is that enough? It is!
And Honeybee completely composed after that high pressure situation. You just see the camera on his face and he's not even phased. How is this man keeping all this together?
So stoic. 2 big comebacks. He had more control in that second game, but still needed the comeback at the end. Forever King's brother, Burrito Voorhees, coming over.
Your favorite name.
Burrito Voorhees.
I can't believe how. Not a sweat, not a sigh of relief, just stoic. The most stone face I've ever seen. He's got Forever King up against the ropes. He's definitely sweating here, but Forever King has come back in worse situations.
Tried to anti-air. It's so tough for anybody to do so against Batman Jump 2, but there's a trade.
Beautiful cancel there, realizing that it didn't connect.
Looking for the back cancel into the low to come.
Oh, the forward throw.
I wonder if the solution here for Forever King is more offense, or no, okay, goes back away. He just went in. Oh, cool idea, cool idea.
Cool idea, and no Punisher by Honeybee. When Batman does do the 1-2-3 launcher, it is punishable. It's a little tight, but you can get in there. And look at this beautiful combo. Honeybee taking advantage of the ending frames, the animations of that trait.
Exactly where Honeybee wants to be right now with a drop, but oh, he actually got past that.
Now, Forever King is a Batman player that loves doing wake-up upward battering because it is really hard to punish. Honeybee specifically neutral jumped in that situation and in that timing just to punish there. Oh, almost a beautiful conversion by Forever King, but he drops it. The down one convert because it hits in the air.
Here it is, down 2 trades. All this right now is just gravy, so immediately the clash. He has a lot of bar, but no use in spending it right now.
No use.
What is he gonna get? 15? Yeah.
No, he
could have gotten more than that.
He didn't want to take that huge combo. Honeybee had the bar, he had the trade active. But that clash might bite him bite him in the end.
Yeah. Honeybee again content. Forever King seemingly so as well. Now if he doesn't have another clash to get life back, but I guess he can get more meter for other options for taking life out of Honeybee. Honeybee now pressure low. Yep, here it is now. Flip, yes.
You don't want to do that against the Flash.
No.
You should have just ate the combo and held on to the 2 bars.
I'm with you. That's a ton of life to lose. The overhead. The flip again. The punish again. Honeybee, is it a 3-0?
I don't understand. How did this man pull this off? Flash, of all characters, taking out Forever King. Not just taking him out, beating him 3-0. Wow. And 2 of those matches are so... He had such a crazy life deficit, and he just kept his composure. You know how hard it is not to crack under mechanical bat pressure, jump into pressure? This, I can't get over. I'm so astonished. I'm so impressed by that play.
He dealt with it so well. I like the patience of just being willing to just evade on the other side of the screen, right? Just one of those weird stalemate situations. You know you're getting meter. You know you can get underneath things and through things, and that if you do, ton of damage output. The mix-ups are there. Batman does not have strong wake-up. I think there were maybe 2 wake-up slides. One of them was blocked and punished well. The other one was blocked too, not punished, but still blocked. So there was just excellent pressure for Honeybee. Yeah, and Forever King tried the meter burn wake-up batarang, which is, it's got good air coverage, good hitbox on it, but he knew. Honeybee knew exactly where he was, knew he'd be safe.
I mean, if you look at Forever King's matches, and we're at this point where there's so much money on the line that you need to study, not only do your homework in certain matchups, but do your homework against certain players. Write down tendencies, usually, and if you look back at all the stream archives, the YouTube videos, Forever King loves doing that in the corner. He loves doing upward batarang. I believe he did it against Madsen at CEO, and that did win him the set. And Honeybee probably labbed it, probably knew that Forever King was going to be in his path because this is, I believe, the first or second match after pools. And, before even coming to EVO, you can look at all this and say, okay, Forever King's probably going to make it out, and I'm probably going to make it out. Let me study his matches. Let me look at what his tendencies are. And Honeybee I'm so impressed.
I think that's great for Honeybee, too, because he has not been traveling like other people have.
Yeah.
Right? He went to Toryuken at the start of the game.
That's it.
And then that's it. He hasn't really been out there. So, didn't exactly know what to expect. You have to expect some strength from him as a guy who's gotten top 3 at EVO before. But still, very, very impressed.
How did he do this? How did he just go through there? I'm sweating like bullets here, just watching him block everything, and I'm just like, at any moment, you're gonna eat so much damage because a jump into somehow got past your down 2 anti-air attempt.
All right, we move on. This is now Nasser Tekken Master from Bahrain and PXP of Foxy Grandpa from the UK. We've got a couple of international players here. And there has been international strength in the NRS scene the last couple of years. Right now, very good. Both of these guys have made second at EVO in MKX. This is the last 2 second-place finishers.
That's right. Both losing to Sonic Fox.
Yeah.
But, hey, second place, very impressive. Not an easy thing to do.
No, and typically, Tekken Master will go with Atrocitus, but I spoke with him earlier, and he said there are some matchups where he's going to keep Black Adam around. This is one of them. He likes the air mobility.
All right,
he likes the whiff punishing. Oh, this is just button checks.
Yeah, this is just buttons. I was getting excited. I'm ready to jump the gun right here.
And Foxy Grandpa pretty much just running it with Deadshot, a character that got a lot of hype when the game was released and just really hasn't lived up to that. But there are some strong practitioners of him, and Foxy is probably the top one right now.
Oh, and a beautiful bait there by Tekken Master, knowing that Foxy Grandpa was going to react to the shoulders touching each other, and that's usually when someone when someone throws.
Backing off. I really like Tekken Master's play so far. There's a lot of backing off and waiting for just dive kick approach. It's fine. Now he's got to deal with full screen. Oh, not in time. Punish, yes. See, whenever he goes into the air, Foxy Grandpa being very smart, he's not throwing shots because that is an easy response with dive kick for Black Adam.
All right, the Palpatine sends Deadshot full screen, but I think Foxy's okay with it. He can shoot bullets from here.
Yeah. Ooh!
What a whiff punish by Tekken Master. Very in control of the spacing, very aware of Deadshot's, the range on Deadshot's normals.
Great push block. He just wants to end it, he does. Foxy Grandpa, I think, has played this well so far, but so has Tekken Master. Push block, even just for the extra range.
Meter burn lightning, and Foxy Grandpa ready to with the wake-up knee.
The staggers.
All right, watch out for these green bullets from his wrist guns. They do take out Meter, and Tekken Master wants nothing to do with it.
Both have one. Only one for Tekken Master spent. That does mean he gives up a lot of damage, but he almost has another bar. There it is.
He does. Black Adam players love their one bar. That's all they need.
Yeah, well, you're such a threat with it. From almost anywhere. He gets in instead with the roll. What a choice. Will there be a clash? Not yet.
I guess he's holding on to the clash for that death combo.
We'll see. Ah, okay. And he does have 2 bars. Potential 25. I don't know if he's going to spend that, though.
Maybe 1. No.
Oh, he does do 2.
Goes for the 2 bars. First one getting him 15. Second one getting him 10%.
Oh, he wanted to get... I like the idea. Push block. Get the space. Adam does have advantage after meter burn. Dive kick. Out of the air, and he keeps it up.
And Tekken Master looked like he was in control that entire game. Up until the very end, Foxy clutched it out.
Deadshot.
I thought it was over. If Tekken Master didn't finish that combo and just kind of left Foxy in the corner, I think it could have been a different outcome. But
a lot of Deadshots feel that this is a hard matchup because if you shoot a bullet, that does a little bit of damage. But each time you do it, you're taking a risk that Black Adam may do meter burn dive kick, and you're going to lose half your life. So there's this weird, risk-reward situation. But
yeah, it's very lopsided.
Very lopsided. But Foxy Grandpa's patience has been a huge part of the success in that first game.
There we go, Tekken Master doing such a great job of utilizing his knowledge for spacing there.
Ooh, all right.
Amazing.
Somebody's prepared.
Oh, yeah, definitely. That's a great option to have against Deadshot. For those of you at home who are sick and tired of this wake-up that he can just meter burn and make safe, you can jump back or you can neutral jump, as you saw Tekken Master display right there.
Yep.
Take it to the lab and make sure you can take down those spammy Deadshots.
Oh, he got there. What a different game this is. How about this? Down to not the rest, unfortunately. He did follow. Stagger, stagger. He has a low or an overhead there.
The Palpatine, Tekken Master on the verge of tying this setup 1-1.
Very tough comeback.
Yeah, Foxy's almost out of options here. Tekken Master's not going to let him clash. Not going to give him any breathing room.
Deadshot, not really the kind of character that gets big damage in almost any situation, especially from full screen. He harasses, but he just can't take almost anything. Even that little chip, I feel like that's fine for Tekken Master right now.
Oh, yeah. Definitely loves the trade. Definitely in his favor, considering the life deficit right now.
Trades it up. Does get hit, so the trade's gone. But Meter Burn Lightning is a big threat. So you see, yeah, there it is. Foxy Grandpa, I think, tried to jump over what he expected it to come.
Yeah.
And it came just a little bit later on the landing punish.
Yeah, I think he was looking for the black magic, and Tekken Master's like, no, I'm just gonna switch it up. And a beautiful bait there by Foxy Grandpa, looking for the downward dive kick.
Meter steal. Interesting idea. Just wants to make sure he has space. That is the name of the game as Deadshot in this game, and miss. Okay.
Orb doesn't connect against Foxy Grandpa.
In there. Nope.
Oh, and he definitely wanted dive kick there. Just slight execution error. Beautiful blocks.
He got over, but push block.
Beautiful blocks there by Tekken Master. Very aware of the situation, aware of what buttons Deadshot has at his disposal.
He decided, okay, this time earlier jump 2 to beat the down 2. Intended anti-air there from Foxy Grandpa did not work. Oh!
Tries to get, I believe he was trying to go for a down 1 or a normal move there and accidentally got black magic. No way he wanted to do that on purpose.
I'm sure you're right. Foxy caught in the corner. Tekken Master had a nice position for himself. He can whiff punish, but wow, that's a gutsy gunshot right there. If there had been a dive kick instead, or he took a risk, man.
Oh, and he took another risk right there, going for the low assault rifle. No trait for a bigger combo, but it's okay. Tekken Master's gonna take it, considering Foxy's in the corner, but Foxy's fighting his way out.
Good chip. Good pushback on that as well. Now Foxy taking these little risks. You see that stand 1 to fake it, and the patience. Tekken Master spending the bar without needing to do so.
Oh, taking away a little bar from Tekken Master with those green shots from his wrist guns.
Great blocks, still blocking, and there's the distance again. I love it.
Oh no, this hurts.
Yeah. A bar for him, none for Tekken Master.
Famous last one.
So Foxy Grandpa could use this, get 15% back, and he does.
So he'd rather have the range and the life. Doesn't need the meter, he thinks.
Oh, the wake-up knee. Tekken Master wasn't ready for it.
The last hit of the string. In there now, and he got that hit. There's no clash. It was gone. Already used. Tekken Master 2-1.
Begin.
The down 2. Foxy Grandpa just waiting for Tekken Master to get a little impatient and just bully his way in.
There's a punish.
Oh, every time those green shots connect, that little smoke tells everyone that a little bit of meter is being drained from the opponent.
Wow. Oh, very lucky for Foxy Grandpa, that's for sure. Tekken Master now full screen, almost chipped.
Foxy Grandpa ready to turn this around.
I really like this walk and block stuff right now, though. Adams often will want to go in the air, and that's it, but he has the ground approach, the bulldog.
And Foxy Grandpa ready to interrupt that down 1 into the Palpatine hands, getting that first bar for himself.
Pressuring, trace up, and wow, the Landsy's there.
Your guns of no consequence.
So I think he had a bar or 2. What's going on down there? Yes, 2.
He's got 2 bars, uses one of them, and he gets 15% back for his troubles.
That's why you keep the bar. Well, all right.
Not quite on Jur's level of execution there, but, you know, he does get the second dive kick, just couldn't convert.
Too far, but not with punish. Foxy Grandpa backing off. All right. Like any zoner, you can't just move backwards. You have to fight for space.
Oh, definitely. You know, your game plan can't just shut off, and you can't just helplessly sit there once your opponent gets your hands on you. That's all part of the zoning game.
Yeah. There's a lot more activity in it, and there's a lot of thought that goes into each of these shots. You see how economical he is with them. He's not pumping them out because he knows the risk of a dive kick, of a black magic.
And a beautiful jump over by Foxy, really sealing Tekken Master's fate right here, ending it with a throw.
Okay.
What a set we have, ladies and gentlemen. 2-2, two very well-known international players juking it out here at the Injustice Pro Series at Evolution 2017.
Again, this is the last two second-place finishers in NRS games, both in Mortal Kombat X over the last 2 years. So these are two players who could make a very deep run they have in the past. Considering Atrocitus now. He's a thoughtful guy. I've had a few interesting conversations so far with Tekken Master. Thinks about the game a lot. Most of his preparation for tournaments like this is just thinking about it. He doesn't have the local scene in Bahrain. There's a few players there and his brother, but he doesn't have a strong local scene to really grind matchups out. Instead, a lot of it is just considering, working on ideas, testing things in training mode.
You could even say that about Foxy Grandpa as well. I mean, he definitely has more players.
There is a UK scene, yeah.
There's a UK scene, but it's not going to be as strong as it is out here in the States,
right,
in multiple regions. But, Foxy Grandpa, very calculated player, does his homework, labs it up. And Tekken Master going with Atrocitus, I feel like he was like slightly straying away from Atrocitus because everyone's just talking about how big of a potato Atrocitus is and how, Tekken Master was going at it with against Honeybee and Biohazard on Twitter about whose character is dumber. But Tekken Master throws that all away and goes with Atrocitus.
Well, it's got to be this or nothing because this is the last game of the set. He does block in time. Good awareness.
No dive kick for Atrocitus there.
Right, yeah.
So now in this matchup, you're gonna be seeing Foxy Grandpa a little more willing to do all these shots. He's not gonna be thinking about it as much.
Absolutely. Push block, try to get some of that cat timer off. He does, but still harassing. Tekken Master's still there. Still there. Will he go for a risk? Okay. Hoping to blow up the fuzzy.
Oh, and the throw, is he gonna put him in the corner? No, he doesn't. He just backs him up mid-screen.
Ooh, big bet. Well, maybe not so big. I don't know. I guess I assumed there was something better that could come than a single shot.
Down two, and then a stand one into Dexstar. Dexstar is out, ready to bully you. Keep your feet on the ground if you don't want to get full comboed.
Just let the cat do the work. That big boy was just hanging out there. Now it's match point for Tekken Master. He's in. No, push block immediately.
Oh. Good block by Foxy Grandpa. Tekken Master wasn't quick enough to punish that whiff air attack.
Okay, he does take a risk. Out of the corner. This is gigantic now. Foxy not only getting close to the round there, it's going to be the round, but he has the entire stage to walk backwards and control as Atrocitus tries to get in.
If Atrocitus gets that breathing room, connects with anything, he's definitely going to cancel with Dexstar here at the end. String into Dexstar. Now, Atrocitus can really implement his zoning abilities.
Oh, nice! He's okay with flashing. Again, the cat doing the work.
Oh, goes for the puddle, but doesn't matter. He knew the only consequence was just one single little shot.
Right, that doesn't seem that effective. I feel like there's meter burns or something he could be doing. Willy threes.
Oh,
out of the air!
That was beautifully timed. Foxy Grandpa waited for Tekken Master to do the forward three animation. Such great detail.
Coming down right to the end. He takes the risk. Woo! Knee. Punish. But does the punish matter? Push blocks immediately. No bar now. Atrocitus has almost all of the bar. He's about to get it. Whiff punish is there. And okay, as much life as he wants back.
So he's got options here. 15, 25, 30, or 33% back. He goes 2 bars. 25%, that's definitely a good bargain.
Yeah, and he did not believe Foxy Grandpa would spend the bar. He expected Foxy to seal it. Whip punish! This is huge now! He drops the combo. Terrible news for him. Staggers there. Oh, thrown out of the startup! In trouble is Tekken Master. Meterburg guns coming in. Can he get there in time? Can he punish it? He does! He got a 3 in! He does!
Tekken Master with the clutch situation there at the end. It came down to the wire. What a nail biter on the edge of my seat. I cannot contain myself. How did he do it?
You have to have such poise and focus
He kept it all composed at the end. I thought it was all over. I couldn't breathe. I thought Tekken Master was done. I thought he was going to losers, but instead he clutches it out.
He rolled in there with that meter burn roll into like the little hole between Rifle and the meter burn, and he blocked. And wow. And then even after that, there was still a weird scramble. That could have still gone either way.
Definitely. I mean, each player was just looking for their first hit, for anything. They just wanted something there. And I can't believe Foxy Grandpa made that adjustment.
I love the block on the down one and then the throw before the blood puddle comes out from Foxy. And then I love him saving the bar on the clash because meter burn Rifle, very strong. He was close to chip kill, right? Yeah. I think those were all good decisions. It's just that the decision by Tekken Master to roll in, to block, and then to know exactly when to finally strike, that was all perfect.
Perfectly executed. Tekken Master showing everyone at home why he's considered to be one of the best in the NRS scene.
Yep, all right, so he moves on. He will play the winner of Pig of the Hut and Trevor the Pastor. Again, check out smash.gg, click on in EVO 2017, then Injustice, and you can see everything that's going on for now. We're gonna take a short break. We'll be back in just a bit.
Splatoon 2, Nintendo Switch. Game rated everyone 10 and up.
Alexa, order a pizza.
Okay.
Open Twitch. Alexa, order a pizza.
Okay.
Open Twitch.
First, they're sour. Then, they're sweet. New Sour Patch Kids Tropical. Sour, sweet, gone.
Power up with a punch. Introducing new Dunkin' Energy Punch, powered by Monster Energy. America runs on Dunkin'.
Hey, Gibbs, what's up?
What's going on, James?
Nothing much. How you doing?
I have a dilemma. I think I'm going to switch off the hard hat.
Well, what are you going to pick?
Well, the pros don't really use toppers. Then you have to go with certifications. Maybe go with certified turtle, possibly. And then, of course, got to stay with the candy corn boost because that's the most important.
Well, that's cool, but I'm going to pop out to 7-Eleven, so I'll see you later.
And rock the Dominus? Seriously, James!
Brisk Watermelon Lemonade is available only at 7-Eleven for a limited time this summer, so get yours now.
What's that?
Well, this is my equation for success. I've developed the 4 Ps: politeness, patience, practice, and
promotion.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. This is the Injustice 2 Pro Series presented by PS4 live at EVO 2017, and you could say that the juicy matches they're well underway. They're going on. We have seen Honeybee versus Forever King. We just saw Foxy versus Tekken Master. Lots of really close games, and so far, I think the top 8 is looking really unpredictable.
I think so, and that's to be expected. Like, we've been saying this all weekend, and it will remain to be true year after year until proven otherwise. EVO never goes as predicted. It's the World Championships. We by far always have the most entrants of any tournament of the year right here in Las Vegas year after year. And there are upsets all over the place. Obviously, back, all the way back through pools with Shen coming out over DJT. Just now we had Tekken Master. It was a clutch set over Foxy Grandpa that came down to the absolute last hit. And even off-stream games, right? We've had Coach Steve versus that was
Nivek.
Ridiculous.
Coach Steve versus Nivek, which unfortunately wasn't streamed, was winner's side, last hit, last round, Trossets versus Supergirl. The quality of games all around, even the ones that we have unfortunately cannot physically stream all of them at the same time, like it is just upset after upset after upset.
I think so far, I feel like Nivek versus Coach Steve is actually my favorite set that I've watched so far because it was down to the absolute wire. It was Supergirl, who you just don't see every day. Unfortunately, Nivek wasn't quite able to get the win, but I think it was one of those sets that you can't be mad either way.
This could be the year that Coach Steve makes top 8 for Injustice. I know he's done it before for other games, and more than capable of doing it for Injustice 2 this year. Just a question of maintaining that consistency and that quality that he's brought to Las Vegas this weekend. But like you said, Honeybee versus Forever King. Honeybee taking that one, which was, the crowd blew up. Everyone likes to see Flash at this sort of later stage of the tournament. Tekken Master over Foxy Grandpa. Sonic Fox just running rings around people with Red Hood. Like, it just does not stop. So we're getting our matches up and running, ready to go as soon as possible. But so far, at this stage that we're currently at, it's almost like the home stretch before we figure out who our top 8 is going to be. But we're reaching the later stages of that. These matches now, a lot of them will be winners, but they are pivotal. Really, really important to determine who makes it. Because let's not forget, this is an Injustice Pro Series event. But it's not just any Injustice Pro Series event. EVO has, by far, the most points for those that place in this tournament. So making the Injustice Pro Series finals is very much determined on many people's performances today at EVO. Yeah, and we'll find out exactly how that's going to pan out the later this day goes on. I mean, we've just been having, like, yesterday was all pool matches. Earlier this morning, all pool matches. And we've just gone from the massive contrast of, you know, early stages, round 1, all the way through to now, where we're getting seriously close to seeing who makes top 8, who's going to be playing on that prestigious main stage where the top 8's going to be playing out, who's going to be getting the bulk of those Pro Series points that everyone is here desperately going for. Because let's not forget, this is an Injustice 2 Pro Series event. There are so many points for the Pro Series leaderboards. There are so many points up for grabs at this one-off tournament that getting this close and then getting eliminated, that's going to be a tough pill to swallow, for sure. Because no one wants to lose that opportunity. I think going out before EVO top 8, as always, there's a special kind of heartbreak for those that take 9th. Ninth is worse than going 0-2 but for almost any player. Like, I think you would rather go 0-2 than get 9th, because you know you came so close, yet fell at that final moment. And unfortunately, as year after year happens, there are people that are going to have to do that, and that is going to suck, but it's unavoidable.
So out of all the players that we've seen so far, who do you think is looking the absolute most impressive?
I think I'll just deal with it immediately. Sonic Fox. I think that really speaks for itself. Going into this, obviously, he was talking a lot about having his Red Hood, which is a newly viable legal character in tournaments. Red Hood came out over a month ago now, so his 30-day limit on being banned competitively has passed for official Pro Series events. And this is the first time we've seen Sonic Fox go for Red Hood, and he has been doing ridiculously well all day, just being top player after top player.
So while we get the match underway, we're going to show you guys something that happened earlier in this bracket. Honeybee versus Forever King. Forever King, a very successful player in this Pro Series, but Honeybee made a really impressive comeback in that second game. And across all 3 games, just a ridiculously good display of Flash. But let's be honest, they call him the Flash God Lord for a reason, right? I mean, he's been playing Flash for many years. Flash being one of those returning characters from Injustice 1. Definitely a lot different, sort of seen by the community to be nowhere near as good as he was in Injustice 1. But clearly, if you have the skill with this character, you just put that time in year after year. All the way from Injustice Gods Among Us all the way to now Injustice 2. I think Honeybee getting top 8 this year would be an amazing story, because he hasn't really been able to travel a huge amount. Real life has kind of, you know, in the best of ways, kind of got in the way of his competitive career, because, you know, man's in a great position now where he can start the rest of his life outside of video games, but he wanted to make EVO. Now, if he gets top 8 EVO, that's going to be a nice amount of points. That's a good chunk of cash. This is a major pop bonus event as well. And the Premier Flash, currently the Premier Flash player in the world, getting top 8 at the World Finals would be, I think, a great story.
Of course, but let's not forget, you know, his brother, Biohazard, always.
Oh, yeah.
Has already had a number of top 8 showings in Injustice Pro Series Premier major events. You know, good top 8 with top-level competition all over the place. Excited to see it. Honestly, I haven't personally seen much from Biohazard this weekend, but that's the nature of it, right? We have
he's been kind of avoiding. He's just been avoiding the streams.
I mean, that's it, right? There's only so much we can see. We have so many, you know, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of players here playing this weekend. There's only so much we can show, and unfortunately that does mean some of the best players, we just won't be able to see anything of them unless they get to the very later stages of the tournament, like in top 8, like we'll be seeing soon. But we are just quickly looking to get a match for you as soon as possible. Apologise for the delays, but we should be up and running very soon. Obviously, we don't want to be wasting too much time here. We want to make sure we get as many games as possible.
Oh, we want to see the games just as much as you guys do. Like, make no mistake, we are this close.
Another player we haven't seen yet, Omega K. Grodd, I believe, I mean, I could be wrong here, but as far as I'm aware, the only Grodd players to make it out of pools, or at least one of the few.
Actually, looks like we have a really good match coming up. I can see Coach Steve stepping up to the plate against Echo Fox Theo. Now, had Nivek been able to defeat it, it would have been him here, so we would have seen some Supergirl. But just to, again, remind you guys, it was this close. Like, Coach Steve had the ultimate clutch to be where he is right now. And there was one hit in it. Literally one hit in it to determine who's going to move on, Nivek or Coach Steve. And you said it yourself, this could very well be the year that Coach Steve makes top 8 in Injustice. He's seen his fair share of top 8s at EVO for other games. However, this year, unlike the fact that, let's not beat around the bush, Coach Steve is a multi-game specialist. He's a very talented fighting game player. He can play many, many different games, and he has seen success in many of those. This is the first EVO where he has only entered one game, and that game is Injustice 2.
You know, he's been saying for a while now, you know, I normally play loads of games, and ultimately here, his focus is one and only and aimed directly at Injustice 2. And this is the kind of guy that he's been doing dangerous things in NetherRealm community for a while being a multi-game player. But now he's kind of like Shin Coach Steve, you know what I mean? He's put all these distractions aside and is concentrating on just Injustice 2. And here he is in winner's side, looking to take on Echo Fox Theo, who I believe, if Theo is sitting here, must mean he defeated Kaju, who we saw do really well yesterday with Red Hood and Robin. Theo being quite, I think, a stable favorite to get top 8 today. Definitely has one of the most interesting stories, I think, of any of the competitors here. Theo being a premier Injustice Gods Among Us player, tried MKX, didn't really get on with it, thought, yeah, never mind, I'm just going to take a couple-year break. Just strolls back into the community when Injustice 2 launches and has already been picked up by Echo Fox and has already defeated Sonic Fox in Tournament 3-0.
I find that story really funny because
when he just came back.
When he came back to Injustice 2, he was kind of like, well, I might still stay retired. We'll see how I feel. Kind of went into it, not really quite sure. Did really well at his first major, is already sponsored and has done what many people cannot do, which is defeat Sonic Fox in tournaments. So he's kind of had quite an impressive return, you could say, but this is looking to be a really good match. Superman versus Atrocitus, a matchup we're all very familiar with, but the thing about Coach Steve is that he started with Gorilla Grodd, and Gorilla Grodd, as many people will know by now, is not the greatest character in the game. He has got some real dirt and some real setup potential, good damage, a good sequence-based character, but he does have some shortcomings that can be exploited, and I think Coach Steve has made the transition to Atrocitus, who does actually fit him like a glove. Like
but
he has
did
all
so
the setups.
a while ago.
Exactly,
so
yeah.
He's had more than enough time to concentrate on Atrocitus. So it looks like Joker's Playground is going to be the first sort of stage of the series, and all the interactables on the stage are completely unblockable. So they're going to have to be very careful. The first one goes with Coach Steve. We have now a bar apiece. Both of these characters can get a serious amount of mileage out of that super meter. And Coach Steve already showing that knowledge. I love that. That sort of like knockdown setup to have the shield on the Oki situation. Coach Steve already showing the knowledge. That's what separates the really top Atrocitus players from those that play him a little bit less, is really effective management of that Dex-Star utility that he brings to the table. Catches him with the back two already. Here comes Coach Steve. The down two into breath. He's going to get a nice little tick damage afterwards into a guaranteed trait. And now here comes the pressure. Oh, good push block from Theo. Goes to the flying punch just to try and trade with that shield at the very least. Theo showing some good knowledge, but that first bar is probably going to go to Coach Steve here. Is that enough to take it? No, the tick damage. Theo, I kind of understand that wake up. Well, there was nothing Theo was going to do other than that. Like, I mean, no choice. Yeah, chip damage for anything would have taken it. That was just a read of wake up or not. Oh, the counter poke into the Burn back three. This is a traded Superman, so that's going to do big damage. 508. That's basically half life. That's important, though, manages to get the cats out safely without getting punished. And again, that flying punch, at the very least, trading with it. I quite like that, though. Theo just going for just knockdown for knockdown, so Atrocitus can't use the shield to just loop that pressure. Oh, he bet it on the 50-50 then. Execution error from Coach Steve. Tried to down one puddle, I think. Going in for that 50-50 of overhead or low scoop. Oh, there's the block. Press any buttons. Coach Steve being very patient right now. I don't think he wants to accidentally overcommit. Going in for that back forward two, maybe expecting Theo to go in, but Theo, a very historically defensive player, spends another bar on the meter burn freeze, gets a knockdown. What's the mix-up? Oh, goes in for the grab. Really good but dangerous tech. That was a bold decision. Now, that's quite unfortunate, because not only is Coach Steve getting hit here and forced to clash, he actually has lost Dex-Star in the process. He just called the cat, has disappeared. Theo's going to bend the bar, not to give him too much health back. I mean, this is Superman. He is not going to have a problem building all that meter he needs. Both players right now approaching this trait coming back off, but Superman, that armor breaking, damage increase, down one. That's going to be an anti-air. Oh no, goes for the 1-1-1 instead, but does it too high. Oh, wow, Coach Steve gets that clean. The restand is good. Oh, the cat is there, but can he actually call the cat at any point? He's got a lot of work to do right here, and the guaranteed chip. Meter burn laser into meter burn back forward three, and there wasn't much he could do there. We're going in for a straight restart. Happy with the stage and happy with the character pick. Makes sense. Now, Theo said going into this, no one is ready. You know, I invented lame Superman. No one plays it like me. And here he is, like, really far into this tournament, with winner's side with Superman doing just that. But it's not even just that. He just has so much knowledge on this character. You know, his pressure is on point. His spacing is on point. Everything you need to be good at, Theo is good at, with Superman specifically. Coach Steve really looking to go for that push block. Doesn't even want to bother taking the pressure, but Theo, just that rock-solid defensive wall. Oh, actually throwing the barrel, yeah. That's going to be a guaranteed Dex-Star. He's going to get the breath. Now we get the ticking damage over time combined with Dex-Star's full
What a
combo.
punish! Wow.
Hang on, here comes the corner combo, the sequence. That's going to do big ticking damage, gets 3 of them, but even though he got the wake up, look at how much life he has only just stopped losing. He kept his life lead because Theo just continued to take damage on the defense, but no 4-2 to punish there, Theo. Second guessing that with punish attempt. Oh, the down one, but no combo afterwards. Both players just basing each other to press a button. Down one scoop, that's a full combo right there in the corner. That's going to be the round. It's not the first time we've seen Theo go to that as well, that down one scoop. He's really confident that down one's going to connect. He will get a full combo if he's willing to spend that bar. Oh, tries to trip guard, but Theo doesn't fall for it, gets himself a throw. The problem here is that as long as Coach Steve is going to be taking damage before he gets the round, it's going to just be ever so much harder to get that comeback on deck.
But right now, Theo just taking those plus frames and just going to town with them. Backdash is going to get caught. Nice hit confirmed. Here we go. Coach Steve looking very good now, but he's quite down on life. Has to be careful for sure. He's down on meter too. Didn't even have bar to beat him. Wake up. Yeah, he's going to plow straight through. No fear with punish. Oh, hang on though. Theo can do damage here if he wants to. This is a dangerous situation to be in. No doubt. We are going to see him. He's going to save one of those bars for later, but he's going to do damage. Coach Steve now has no clash. This is not a great situation at all. Ball tries to go for the optimal, but Theo doesn't fall for it. There's that push block just to get rid of the last bit of Deathstar. Now he's in trouble. He has no cat, and he's got no super meter either. And just goes straight into the fortune. That's probably going to be death. I reckon it is. That's it. Jump 3. Didn't even need the rest of the combo. Coach Steve is currently down 2 games. He's going to be giving it a think. I definitely wouldn't say that a character change is warranted. I think it's just a matter of assessing what's going on. Doesn't really seem hugely like a stage thing. Doesn't really seem like a matchup thing. It's just Theo making really good calls. This is just Theo playing like Theo, though. He is sort of regarded to be the strongest Superman player, probably next to Slayer. There's probably the 2 of them right now, and this is kind of why. It's a character that if you're playing solid and you're playing sort of quote-unquote perfect, it's very hard to break into them. It's going to be one of those strengths of Superman's wake-up attack like that, is that he's actually airborne for a really long time, so a grounded punish is almost not possible. Oh, right in the face. Oh, he tries to anti-air, but he eats a full combo for his troubles. That's always a heartbreaker. Barrel that is unblockable. Oh, tries to combo from it, I think. I mean, if Coach Steve went for it, I'm inclined to think it works. Yeah, he definitely would have gone for it for a reason, I think. Enforcing plus frames off the meter burn, but Theo a little bit too far away for it to count, I think. Clean jump. That's a full combo. But he did just use his bar on that forward 3 that didn't connect, so he's not going to get maximum damage. Another good wake-up coming out from Theo. Oh, the shimmy baiting the grab into a neutral jump punch. Theo is on match point. Oh, press the button again. Here comes Theo with all of that bar to work with as well. Coach Steve consistently low on bar compared to him. Oh, no. This is a tough situation to be in for Coach Steve. No bar. The trait is just about to run out, and Theo has 4 bars and his own trait sort of ready to go. Theo can be as patient as he wants here. There's the air laser meter burn just to establish range. He's got 1 more bar to go if he wants to, but a nice last-minute block, but Coach Steve is still in a very bad position. He's got access to Deathstar, but at this range, it's such a risk to call it. There's the meter burn, high laser 2, just to get that pressure continued. Now he's got the cornered as well. Coach Steve is running out of options. Oh, no! Forced to clash, but again, Theo can hurt him here. He's not going to take him down to Magic Pixel, but he's going to get very low if he wants to do it, and he is. No reason not to. Well, he can just play that full screen game. The man says, I invented lame. Superman whiffs the back forward 3, but at this stage, I don't think it matters too much. He's going to get the round on this. Does get corner positioning, but at this stage, Coach Steve cannot even get touched. All right, now, if we see a comeback here, it's going to have to be done the old-fashioned way. No bar, no trait. Theo, lots of life to go through. Go straight through. Oh, nice. Didn't commit the down 1, though. Could have got a lift off that. If he just wasn't 100% confident it was going to work. He's got to watch out for that wake-up again. If Theo does back forward 3, he doesn't do it. Spends bar on push block. Oh, it whiffs. He doesn't get to meter burn it. Hang on. Oh, no, there's the trait. But the important thing is, Theo's going to get some health back here. But Flash is going to disappear. Theo's not going to spend anything. He's going to save that bar. He's going to try and secure that final hit. Here comes the jump. And no, guaranteed. Steve does not jump immediately. And because of it, he just walks right into a laser. Really well played by Theo. Quite a fitting end, though, for Theo to clutch that one out, utilizing the eye lasers. That's kind of like the Superman style he's definitely known for at this point. Just that clean, precise, reliable Superman playing. So Coach Steve was showing the signs of a comeback, but honestly, the clash system being such a momentum shift, right? How many times do we see comebacks? Even back in MKX, it was just, always a momentum thing if you made a full comeback. It was get a hit, Oki, that kind of thing. And then in comes the clash. So if your opponent is making a comeback on you and you still have your clash because you've used it well and you're reserving it, you can kind of set things back to neutral, or you can get that life back and get that full screen space again. So I think the clash is really good at just, if you have a lead, just holding on to it. Well, that does actually mean that Theo will be moving on into top 32, so he's going to be that 1 step closer towards the top 8. And we have so many matches left to go. These are just going to be machine gunning back and forth because there are so many games to get through. Many of them, unfortunately, we have a replay coming up. We watched it live. This was a hard to watch. This is going to be hard to watch. Right at the very end, this was a clutch moment right here. He goes in for the meter burn machine gun for the last possible minute. He bet the farm. He bet the farm right at the end. Expected Tekken Master to press a button after the machine gun. So he made that hard read that after this machine gun, that Tekken Master was going to press a button. He made the call, went in for the back forward 3, but Tekken Master just not biting. He sat there until the end, and at that stage, it was all over. It was a hard read. He made it. If you're going to bet that read, you're also going to have to be prepared to lose on it too. But
I remember watching
two players
that in the
that go way
crowd, and
back.
I was screaming like, "Why didn't he meter burn the knee? Why didn't he meter burn the knee?" But didn't have meter burn didn't have bar to meter burn the knee in hindsight.
He had the bar after he got hit when it was too late.
But no, I mean, but that's just how close some of these games are going down today. I mean, we've had a lot of 3-0 sweeps, especially sort of during pool players you'd expect to see. But the later we go on through, the closer these are going to be getting. You know, the higher level players are going to be shining through. Like the best of the best are going to sort of sieve down into these late stages, and that's basically where we're at right now. We're getting our next match underway as soon as we can. We have so much going on off stream just to make sure we can get through this, because let's not forget,
this is a one-day tournament, basically.
This is from this point on, you know, the tournament finishes today. We're going to have our world champion tonight. We're going to know who's going to be the best player in the world, who will be Injustice 2's first ever EVO champion, which basically makes you the world champion. We're going to find that out soon, just today.
Now, what excites me about this tournament is that there are so many players that not only could take top 8, but could win it. I mean, like, we have players that have placed top 8, but that list has already varied. Even though we've had 2 premieres, that list is already quite up in the air, because we had different players in top 8 between Combo Breaker and CEO. There were some returning faces, but not all of them. And EVO, basically every single one of them is here, plus players that didn't quite make Combo Breaker or CEO that are also recognized as being very, very dangerous players. So this is just a mishmash of all of the top players, all in one place, playing for this really prestigious prize of EVO champion. All of that money, that big chunk of cash, and the all-important points, which will get you further within the Injustice Pro Series. So it's a very important tournament. That's why everyone's made it. I mean, let's look at the numbers. Over 800 players signed up for this one tournament. This is the biggest Injustice 2 tournament to date. I know that the game is quite new, so it's saying much, who knows, but 800 players individually signing up, making that travel out here, hotels, flights, coaches, whatever. Everyone has put so much effort to be here, and it's paying off.
It's not just the biggest Injustice 2 tournament. It's the biggest Injustice as a franchise tournament. You know, no tournament for Injustice 1 even remotely got close to this amount of entrants by itself. This is just a landmark event for this community, and it's just one big major stop on the road of the Injustice Pro Series, which we have so many events left to go. You know, a couple in Europe. We have, you know, America as well left to go, online events. I mean, we really have so much opportunity. It's a great year to be a fan of NetherRealm Fighting Games.
Well, there are some players here. There's almost 2 types of players right here when they're in that situation with the Injustice Pro Series, is that there are players that have made top 8s consistently and are looking to get top 8 here, and if they do so, because of the point distribution, they're almost, if not completely guaranteed, because of their 2 major performances before and now today. That will put them in a great situation. But on the flip side, there are players out there that really need those points, because some of them have been essentially at the 2 events before and need points here, because this might be their first time. But looking like we have a match coming up, which is Madzin versus Samij.
So I believe Samij was sent to just sort of get clarification. Is this if this is winners or losers bracket action?
I believe this is winners, actually. I believe it was Nubcakes versus Samij.
I heard that Nubcakes won that. I was watching something off stream at the time.
There was so much going on, but there was talk of Nubcakes taking down Samij. We'll get confirmation eventually, but I'm inclined to think this is definitely winners bracket, because these guys are continuing to play. But I mean, Nubcakes himself, phenomenal Batman, highly respected among the North American scene, particularly in the West Coast. And he's had a really good tournament himself today.
Madzin, we've already been seeing him as well yesterday make it out of his pool winner side by defeating Dab to do so. You know, Madzin, one of those players that just brings a team of characters to the table. Definitely sort of comes in with Batman, Atrocitus, Darkseid, even Bane he could bring out if he wants to, but I can't imagine we'll be seeing that. Madzin definitely, I think Bane's his favorite character, but doesn't really fit the way he plays competitively, I think. So I'm more inclined to think we're going to be seeing Batman / Atrocitus.
I think he uses Batman for specific matchups. But once again, guys, we'll get confirmation of whether this is winners or losers as soon as possible. But both these players definitely have what it takes to be in the winners bracket. So I definitely wouldn't be surprised if it was winners. But if it was losers, I'd definitely like to see who came off here. But we'll soon find out.
Let me consult the bracket we've got here.
The old bracket. But the matchup we're likely to see, I mean, perhaps Atrocitus versus Catwoman. Batman versus Catwoman would be a bit interesting, because I don't know how much experience Madzin will have, but going in with Batman first. We'll see if this is the character he goes with. But Samij has been on a tear in a War of the Gods online tournament. Did pretty well at CEO, but didn't quite make that top 8 placement. Looking to really try and fix that today, I think. Madzin, fresh off his top 8 performance at CEO, where he defeated Biohazard, Scar. Really good players to make the placement he was able to get, but so we're going to get reset with EVO. The results are about to find out. I actually think this must be loser's bracket, I believe, unless this is for semis, because I'm fairly sure that Samij lost an upkick. That's what everyone in the crowd was saying.
People were saying he is about to beat Samij, so I don't think we saw the ending to it. This is the crazy thing about EVO, where there are so many matches going on at one time. I mean, it's hard to keep your attention on one place, because when one amazing set is happening, there's like 6 or 7 around you, and it's like, which one do I look at? We've got these 2 top players here, we've got those 2 top players there, and it's all around. There are too many good games to pay attention to. That's just EVO time, starting off with Atrocitus. First things first. Now, Madsen playing Atrocitus is an overwhelming character. He really just makes you stressed out playing this for sure. It's just the way he plays. It fits him quite well. But immediately catching the whip trip. The delayed wake up on the overhead, but that's one thing Catwoman's going to do a really good job of here, is just getting around that Dexter pressure. She has that tiny little hitbox. But Madsen with the hit confirm spends his last little shred of meter, but got enough damage before he ended the combo, so not the end of the world there. Pressing buttons, hit confirm into full combo. Now we're going to waste as much time as possible. That's the main thing you do as Atrocitus. You just want to make your combos last as long as you can to just get that Dexter back, because he kind of lives and dies by this trait. So down 1 into Dexter. I'm not quite sure Samij was ready for that. And he commits into the down 1 50-50, because Shamid can't really fight back. I know the meter burn is a punish, but without bar, not as unsafe at all. Like going into lift into shield on block, just to make sure that you cover that option. Samij going face first into the shield. Right here, Madsen playing patient. You can tell he's just really stalling out for time, trying to get the cat back. Well, there's a lot of respect coming out of Madsen's play. I think he knows he has to kind of sit there and wait. Goes in for the unblockable, guaranteed Dexter. Now this is likely to be around. There's not much Samij can do to really stop the Dexter. Yeah, the shield comes through. So however, he has got him near the corner. Yeah, so Dexter's run out, but he has already started to recharge, so Madsen can start to stall as much as possible. No, goes straight for the low. Madsen with the unsafe stuff already. I think he just took the risk, where if he got that 50-50, Samij would have taken a huge chunk of damage there. There's the block. More pressure. Guarantees the Dexter trading one of those bars for push block. Oh, wow, nice. Threading the needle. Samij manages to make both avoid. He's going to even things up to the second life bar. Still mildly down on health, but as Catwoman, that can only mean so much. It's going to be quite a while till Atrocitus gets his trait back, though, so you know Samij is going to really try and land his hit now when he can't defend. Doesn't overcommit, yeah. Madsen just goes to the signal by itself, tries to wait for the rest. Samij playing very well. Plus frames. Oh, wow, the anti-air with a forward 3. And this is going to be a safe Dexter activation. And then here comes Madsen going in for the plus frames into shield. Samij has to really hold this. Goes in for the push block to use up some of it, but really nice defense. Plus frames, nice block on the overhead, and a good fuzzy on the forward 3. Down 1 to recover in time 2. Samij just pressing all the right buttons, not making himself too unsafe. Madsen, again, trying to wait for this cat to come back. Oh, no. Connects the low, but Samij isn't ready for it. I think quite ready for it to hit that distance, but no. Meter burn back 3 to blow through completely, evening the life bar up out of nowhere. Now Madsen did go in for the clash. He's confident he can use this bar to make that comeback. He's got 4 of them. And that was a really good call from Samij. But still no clash from Madsen. Oh, what? No. No, he was able to block. Actually didn't work. He was able to block because the projectile actually connected. That's going to be really unfortunate for Madsen. Catches the jump. Hang on, no clash. This is last minute. Oh, no, the low profile on the standing 1. Samij with that round. That was too close to call at the very end, but that typical Catwoman low profiling under the standing 1. It was a risky decision for Madsen to not go for clash there. He was guaranteed 30% health back if he wanted to get it for free, but he just chose not to do it, to hold on for the super. Use the super. I mean, use the super after calling the orb. So even if the orb hit, it wasn't going to combo.
Catwoman.
I don't know, maybe it was to catch a jump, but unfortunately, I think a decision like that can be really, really tilting. Madsen's really sitting there, collecting himself, thinking about it. But I think taking the time out to think about this match is really important, because that was... Well, also, you got to imagine what's on the line, because I mean, unfortunately, I can't seem to see it on the bracket. We're still trying to find out whether this is a winner's match or loser's match, because that could completely change how they want to play this. Now, Madsen's gone for Bane. He's gone for a character switch. Atrocitus was doing the job, but maybe just feels like Samij might be riding that momentum a little bit too hard. Maybe trying to reset the scenario a little bit. Surprised to see Madsen go for Bane. Doesn't really pick the character too much in competitive these days. Indeed, but must be confident in it, but already getting opened up and a big life lead for Samij. Goes in for Venom, but yeah, that jump back. I mean, this is going to be a typical story. I think the jump back 2 is such an amazing tool in this matchup. Venom already
really cool down, and you're getting caught on the debuff of the level 1. Madsen just throwing himself away right now and basically giving a free life bar away. Samij is capitalizing on this perfectly.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is on the verge of being a completely free game so far. Yeah, the jump back again, I mean, there's not much risk involved right there. You kind of force him to do dash in uppercut, but that in itself is really unsafe. Wake up, neutral jump. Samij just has all the answers, clearly ready for this matchup.
Have I humbled you yet?
Now, I mean, he's going to get health back right here, but with the amount of damage that Kauterman's been able to output, it's not going to mean a huge amount. This is a bit of a tall order, unfortunately. We'll see if he can do it. But Samij, even with no bar, Kauterman does have access to that meter's damage. No, I'm not sure if that was an executional error. And here come the 50-50s. Go for the raw command grab, isn't going to connect, but at this point the comeback is going to be difficult because part of Bane is taking a hit every time he armors through, and the lower health he gets, the less likely he's able to do that. Now it's quite safe to assume that Madsen's going to lose this game. That's an unsafe move, unfortunately, but what does he do next? I'm inclined to think, sure, definitely swap away from Bane. I'd be very surprised to see him stick with this now. Samij is more than ready for this. At this point, I mean, there's very little he can do. Madsen kind of just stalling out there. I think just trying to think about it, Samij looking very comfortable. I mean, we said at the start, Samij almost like the dark horse at this point because he hasn't kind of had a breakout major win in Injustice 2 sort of offline yet. He does tremendously well online at the moment. But this could be the one tournament since launch. Offline, major event, Injustice Pro Series. EVO 2017, could he make top 8? If there's one tournament where you have that performance that really cements you in the offline world of Injustice 2, it's going to be this one. However, he's 2 games up on Madsen. Madsen made a really bad decision at the end of that first game, and it cost him dearly. Unfortunately, went to Bane. It just didn't work out, and Samij is riding a 2 straight game momentum. That's going to be really hard to take away from him, I think. Indeed, not even a whip punish attempt there for Madsen. Isn't quite ready for it. At this point, I think Samij is just too prepared. This is looking really good for Samij at the moment. Got him in near the corner as well, and this is Catwoman's favorite place. There we go, see a full combo coming out from Madsen. Has just got 1 bar, gonna get the cat. Saw him do a lot of work with this before, but gonna do the same thing now. There's the anti-air. Now the push block. We actually saw Madsen go for the blood drain there, the damage over time, but push block actually gets rid of it. Or preemptive up breath. I think maybe predicted a jump too, but Samij not being too predictable. Ah, and he catches him. That's match point for Samij on the verge of moving on very comfortably in the winner's bracket. He commits in 50-50, but Samij, I'm inclined to think that he has really fast reactions, so he's probably fuzzying that.
You deflect my rage.
I can't be tamed.
Already we can see he's going to win this clash if he wants to. Samij not spending anything, trying to hold on to it as long as he can. Wow, that good reaction with a cat dash. Samij just letting him do that at all. That was an expensive defense. Again, a really good block from Samij. It's going to be risky to go for those once more because look at the fact that Samij has a bar of meter. That's going to be a meter burn back 3 punish. Pressing buttons. There's a big hit confirm coming from Madsen. I mean, this is Atrocitus. He can make comebacks. Trying to stall as much time here. Down one into punch float. Samij, wake up. Yes, he does. No reason not to. Has very little health left. Any damage he can take here is like 3 damage for what could be the final round of the cat dash. Wow, Samij reactions cannot be tested. He is proving time and time again that he knows how to do that. Looks like it could be the beginning of the end. The issue is he's going to go into this round with no deck start. It's going to be a while before he recharges it. And Samij with those 3 ticks. That's a full combo, but going into the second round, Samij is going to have access to that clash if he needs it. All goes over the 4-2, but the trip's going to do it. No clash available for Madsen. This could be it. There we go. No clash opportunity. And Madsen gets taken down by Samij, who's going to be moving on over him. So, fortunately, Madsen's going to drop down here. But still very much a good set all around. I mean, Samij, do I see Nivek and Omega? We'll talk about that match later, that potential matchup. But right there, I think what we just saw was... Wait, hang on a minute. Wait a minute. In the background. I see them too, myself. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. I see them too, but we'll calm down. Finish your analysis. I feel like what happened there was Madsen, that was such a heartbreaking first game that Madsen, I think he failed to recover from that. We all know that Madsen is an emotional player, and I think that's one really important thing I want to voice here. Those that watch Madsen online, and they don't quite, I feel like a lot of people don't quite understand the guy, right? Where he really is like passion personified, and he feels the game, he's into the game, he loves these franchises, he loves the community, he loves the scene. He is an energetic guy, which is why you see some of the biggest pop-offs in fighting games coming from Madsen, because it's just, it means a lot to him, and he is a passionate player. But now, on the flip side, when he made that bad decision at the final game, I feel like it must have really been grating him. And you can tell in his gameplay that it was a different Madsen on the second and third game.
because I think it was still eating away at him, and I think he just failed to recover. But Samij, cool as a cucumber, and staying super composed, and he deserves to move on. Oh, of course, no, Samij playing out of his mind. I have no doubt we'll see him getting through. I predict he's going to be making top 8. He's one of my predictions by far. Catwoman's a great character, and it is! All right, what is this matchup we're about to see? Okay, so it's going to be PND Omega K from the UK and Aris Nivek from Greece. So these are two long-time European players. Omega K, one of the PND boys, so I'm going to try my hardest not to be biased here, even though it's a combination thing, right? Because he's one of the teammates, one of the PND lot, and he also is the premier Gorilla Grodd going right now. So, Grodd being one of the most exciting characters to watch by far in this entire game, versus Nivek, who is a long-time player, big Raiden enthusiast from MK, very successful Greek player. I'd actually say Nivek is probably Greece's most successful fighting game player across the board, and is now bringing Supergirl, Omega K. He's going for the tech. Oh! Oh, damn! No. He tried. He tried. He promised us. He went, guys, if I get it, I'm gonna do this. He goes, if I'm on stream, I'm going to try and land the perfect balance. Unfortunately, that could be foreshadowing. But the matchup, could that be a taste of things to come? The matchup where is he going to go for swag and drop it? And he is playing Grodd. That's the right character to make that mistake. So the matchup we're definitely about to see is going to be Supergirl versus Gorilla Grodd. It's actually quite a tricky matchup for Gorilla Grodd because she commands a lot of the screen. She hasn't got the damage though, so he is going to out-damage her tenfold, but he's going to have to be really patient. But two European boys, really happy to see them get this far. Gorilla Grodd making it this far in the tournament, I feel in itself is really impressive, but we'll see if Omega K can get further in this bracket, or whether Nivek, who is just coming off a really close set against Coach Steve, where it was 3-2 last possible hit. They're both riding a lot of momentum here. So making sure his dash cancels work, I think that's kind of the important thing. For the crowd likes it. I actually heard a Sonic Fox. Whoop! Now we'll see what we're looking at. Omega K versus Aris Nivek. PND. I'm actually super excited to see this, because this is two characters I don't see too much of. Grodd definitely on the never see category, and Supergirl on the not as common, sure. Two best friends within the scene. Two best friends within the scene, no doubt. This is losers bracket action, though. They are going to be aware that, I mean, one's going to go home here. One will advance through, but this is a European team kill. Yeah, we don't have a massive amount of Europeans here at EVO, but they've all got pretty far so far, but this is that guaranteed. So we're guaranteed to get one European a little bit further on. One of them is definitely going to be going home here. I can't describe how warm and fuzzy inside it feels to see these two guys in this bracket this far on. Really happy with them. It's because we know the effort they've put in, right? These guys have been part of the NRS scene for at least 6 years. We all go way back. This is why, yeah. They've been to EVO multiple times. They're ready to show what they can do this far on. Well, let's go. This is going to be Supergirl versus Gorilla Grodd. Omega K with the tech and the crispy cancels. But the question is, can he pull it off in this nerve-wracking scenario? What a whiff punish already. But doesn't spend the bar on the launcher, just going to use the block pressure. Wow, catches him. Here comes Omega. The crowd is already feeling this Grodd. Here comes the Grodd loops. Oh, he goes for the reset and he gets him. The crowd can't get enough of it. This is the Gorilla Grodd, Omega K. Already the block pressure coming through. No punish on the Stampede though. It's punishable, but it's quite a tough punish. Oh, catches him in midair. He's got him near the corner. That's going to outdo some of his trait time. Nivek down on life. This is Supergirl. She is going to hit very hard. But he is a big man. Now he's got him in the corner. Supergirl, she hasn't got a lot of damage, but she's got a lot of setup potential when she's got you here. That knockdown. All tricky stuff. EX Stampede, Meteorburn Stampede off the ground just to get through. Oh, I think he was expecting Nivek to sit there, but gets caught. Doesn't get the run cancel. Hits the back two. Massive plus frames on hit, and there's the whip punish from Nivek. Gonna get that quick backdash just to get out. That's probably gonna be the life bar, if not very close. We know she doesn't do much damage, but should be able to take this down. Oh, uses the whole trait to do it, and it doesn't even do it. Yeah, I think I expect him going up for the wake-up Stampede because it was actually went for max damage. That's why he ended it in the laser, but didn't quite get it. Oh, he got tagged. Nivek getting the sequence in the corner once more. At this stage, Omega needs to try and get the damage, but there we go. The down one into back two. But he's got a bit of work to do. Yeah, quite a lot of meter from both of them, though. Supergirl definitely needing that for damage. Grodd doesn't need it for bar, but he is going to do a lot of... he's getting a lot of utility with his bar. He's got 3 to go with now. Oh, that's going to hurt so much. And the air tech, I understand that decision 100%. There's the reset, catches him. There's the plus frames. Good blocks from Nivek, though, they come through. Couple of drops from Omega so far, though. I mean, we say, right, he's not very experienced in this setting. I mean, on stage, in front of all these people, this is something that Omega K is not used to. Whereas Nivek, he's been on the stage much before, but at the same time, you can really feed off the energy, especially with a character like Grodd that you know the crowd is going to be going for. And that down two, easy punish coming out from Nivek. That's going to scale quite heavily. There's the Stampede just to get out of dodge. Oh, the bike. Down 2, big trade, but here comes the combo. And there's the important wager to get out of that situation. Does extend the bar here, because without bar, I mean, Grodd with 600 damage, that's quite a lot of work without any bar. But Omega is going to hold on to his. Oh, wow, down into throw, yeah. Whiffs, a bit too antsy, but no bar for the meter burn. Meets him in the air. I don't think he was quite ready for it. Oh, drops the Stampede cancel again, but no punish from Nivek. Oh! He's going to have no lasers. He's not going to be able to keep him at bay anymore. Oh, no, Nivek really trying to bait that out now. Kind of just waiting for the back 3. Down 1, hang on. Oh, he drops it again. No. The execution. You can definitely see the nerves right here. Omega K. He's going to lose this first game. He's going to be down 1, but I really think that it's an execution thing, right? Grodd is very execution heavy, but on this setting, you really need to just get it together. That's the thing, right? Grodd being arguably the most execution heavy character in the game. Nivek, you know, off stream has been doing really well. He's been getting all of these crazy stuff going on, but as soon as he sits on stage in front of all these people, there's nothing that can prepare you for that. You kind of just have to learn through doing. We get the first hit, but there we go. Delay wake up coming through from Nivek, but doesn't have a bar, so can't turn that into big damage. He's going to try and go in for the reduction, but those fast projectiles from Supergirl, yeah, it's going to stop him from being able to do it, unfortunately, and a really nice reaction on the leap. Instant jump 1. Oh, misses the combo, though. Stampede gets blocked and punished, and he's spinning the bar, too. Now here comes Nivek. He's going to get another good corner sequence. He's done a lot of damage here before. Corner mix, but wake-up throw, wow. It's because the wake-up Stampede is a really good option for Grodd. Oh, wow, wake-up teleport. There comes the sequence. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, misses the last one. Unfortunately, missing the restand in front of the background bounce too. That's a lot of damage to trade off. Oh, doesn't quite get the ground pound either. Oh, the teleport's going to beat that lift clean. Right now, Nivek is just playing around this neutral really well. Oh, wow. No! Oh, he goes in for the cancel for the extra damage output. That's another clean punish. Getting the reads on deck now. Wake up. Oh, they trade. For a coming group already, we see Omega K massively down on life. This is a tough situation. Good Fuzzy on the forward 3 overhead. Oh, she got a clean punish on that sneaky sweep. Yeah, this is one of the issues in this matchup, is that Supergirl really does actually command a lot. Yeah, too far away. That normally combos, but doesn't quite combo at the absolute max distance. And that's looking to be a second game right here. Oh, he's going to get the leap, but I mean, literally 10 points of health remaining. Yeah. That is barely anything at all. She can just breathe on him right now, that's going to do it. Oh, gonna knock her out of the air. Here comes Omega K. Oh, the block! Oh, the block on the low. Very clutch stuff. And Omega, unfortunately, is currently down 2 games. I think the big thing here is just execution. We're finding Omega K. He's getting a good amount of openings to just take damage. He's just going for absolute optimal, but unfortunately dropping it. So if you drop combos with Grodd, you lose the setup, and that is the thing you need with Grodd. You need that restand, you need those plus frames, and dropping those is a huge disaster. Goes in for the unblockable. It's the start, but yeah, again, immediately challenged. Like, Nivek is consistently just ready for the leap. A big thing about this matchup, though, is Grodd's traits. The projectile immunity he can give himself works against her ice breath, works against her trait lasers, but because she can shoot them so fast, it's actually really difficult for him to get the projectile immunity activated against her, unless she has no trait whatsoever. He's going to get him in the corner once again, quite a common theme, but this time goes in for the restand. Here comes the run cancels. A little bit too, and again, a bit antsy on the meter band back 3. Hasn't worked the entire set. He's managed to get out the corner, but it's not going to be enough at this stage. Nivek is on match point versus Omega K. 2 European guys, they've got this far, but one of them has to go home. That one gets blocked. Long range, but never for the patience. He gets opened up by that again. He's going to get set up here. Oh, the grab reset. Here we go. Oh, no. He drops it again. That's actually one of the elements. She's got a little hitbox. Some of the combos actually a little bit weird against small hitbox characters. Supergirl definitely being one of them. Unfortunately, taking more damage here. He gets the reset into the... Wow, I don't even know where that connected. At this point, I think Nivek just looking a little bit stronger, to say the least. Just really just consistently playing well in that neutral. Going to tie the Clash 2, denying him that health back. And that's another whip punish, but he has access to the fully charged lasers. And unfortunately, it's looking really bleak for Omega, who's on the verge of elimination. Gets caught one more time, and he's got such little life left. He's
going to get a full combo here, but again, drops the down one. I feel this might be telling everything. Now, this is, again, we find ourselves in the same situation. 50 points of health left, and that's it. I actually didn't even know she could do that yet. I didn't even know. I have never even seen that move before. But here comes Omega. Oh, 5, 6. Oh, no, she's little. Final loop. She's too small. Oh, the whiff. Oh, the delay wake up. Down one is good, though. Here comes the cancels. Oh, hang on. Crossed up. Here comes Omega. Oh, the wager. I mean, it's so hard to call, but he tried to go for the loop in the corner, but she is too little. That 2 bars, he still has so much work. If he gets hit by anything here, he's done. Oh no! Oh, and that's going to be it. Omega K falls to Nivek from Greece. I think we're happy we saw Grodd, but definitely you can see how that main stage nerves with such an execution-heavy character can really sort of get too much if you're not used to that pressure. But, fingers crossed Omega K can use this experience, being at EVO today. He got pretty far, props making it out of pools and getting this far with Grodd, winning a few matches off stream, but ultimately, I think his nerves just got the better of him. But I think he was actually expecting that. Like, he's definitely a player that you can sort of see the execution sort of dwindle when he gets nervous playing, and that's definitely one of those cases. But Nivek on the flip side, playing absolutely solid as a rock, clean execution, good decision-making, fast reactions to punish the leap, and, just to name a few things. But that was a really good series. I'm really proud those guys got the way they did, but we're going to go into more matches within EVO 2017. We're going to go to a quick break while we set them up. Don't go anywhere.
Splatoon 2, Switch and Play, Nintendo Switch, game rated everyone 10 and up.
Open twist.
When I signed up to be a game tester, I never thought I'd be in the game. But while I'm here, I might as well let you know that you can save on renter's insurance with the Geico Insurance Agency. Because you never know when you'll need it.
Renter's insurance at geico.com.
Open twist. Alexa, order a pizza.
Okay.
Alexa, order a pizza.
Okay.
Power up with a punch. Introducing new Dunkin' Energy Punch, powered by Monster Energy. America runs on Dunkin'.
Hey, Gibbs.
What's up, man?
Getting some games in after all that casting?
Yeah, and close over trying to hit that Grand Champ. Can you do me a favor, though?
Yeah, what's up?
This personal space issue, can you please move over there?
Okay.
Just trying to win a game here. 2, can you actually grab me some more Brisk of watermelon lemonade? They're only at 7-Eleven, very limited, and I'm almost out.
Yeah, I was gonna go there anyway.
Thanks, dude. Can you actually grab all of them for me? James, grab all of them! James, I'm serious!
Brisk watermelon lemonade is available only at 7-Eleven for a limited time this summer, so get yours now.
First, they're sour. Then, they're sweet. New Sour Patch Kids Tropical. Sour, sweet, gone.
The following ad is being condensed for your viewing convenience.
Did I tell you? What's that? Switch to Geico, saved a ton of money on car insurance. That's cool. So I guess 15 minutes really could save you 15% or more. Awesome. Save yourself, buddy.
Welcome back, everybody. This is the Injustice 2 Pro Series presented by PS4, live at EVO 2017. We have a run back on our hands, but we did just see an amazing set between Omega K and Nivek. This was a European team kill. Unfortunately, Grodd quite fell to it, but we have a really good match coming up. We actually do have a replay to show you from that last match, which was P&D Omega K versus Nivek. This would have been, I think, when he got the he got the reset. I think it was the 6 reps of the loop. I'm not quite sure. Hang on, this was about that. There's good potential here, but this was, yeah, that was just the restand into block pressure. I mean, this is Grodd. This is why we were saying, even though Omega K ultimately lost this set 3-0, I've already been chatting to him. He's like, yeah, I don't mind. You know, I know, sort of, you know, nervous execution, but doesn't really mind. Happy to lose to Nivek. You know, definitely the EU sort of homeboy. Goes to the reset attempt there. I mean, that really is Grodd summed up. Now, the most disappointing thing about that set was if Omega K won, we might have had a Grodd mirror. The only potential there could have been a Grodd mirror is if it was Omega K versus Coach Steve, if Coach Steve felt like it. But this is a run back. These guys did collide in winners. It was 3-2, last round, last hit. Coach Steve managed to inch it out at the last possible moment, but Nivek has the chance for redemption right now. But Coach Steve did fall in winners to Theo, so he's looking to really try and recover in that loser's bracket. Both these players, though, it's looking, if the loser's match is as close as the winner's match, we are in for an absolute treat. Oh, easy punish down on the breath, though. Nivek's very unlikely to spend his only bar on the safety of that breath. Oh, wow. Wake up with punish from Nivek. We see the optimal meter build right there. This is a very, between these players specifically, this is a very calm and collective match. You know, they play that very sort of neutral-heavy game. Safe when they can, but they do take risks if it seems like a good idea. They're just very calculated players between them.
Dangerous thing right here, though, is that Nivek is now kind of near the corner. This is where you don't want to be against Trossos, but going in, making it a safer approach, spending all of his trait to do it, but there, catches the punish. And this combo is going to take quite a while. Dexter's going to be over half by the end of this, with the air tech to get around. There's the 50-50, overhead or low. Delay wake up once again. You saw Nivek doing that all the time in their off-stream match, going for maximum delay wake up to waste as much of that trait time as he can with his Trossos. Is that going to be chip damage? Not quite enough. Not quite. Specs left. Oh, wow. And Coach Steve going to get a big hit. Going to take this first life bar away. Is it enough? Yes, it is. The last minute. He's going to regenerate a nice amount of lasers, but this is a dangerous range for Atrocitus to be at. Wow. I think he actually took the round on purpose, so he's now going into the round with Dexter. Oh, with the truck. Unblockable truck from the swamp. Kind of makes you think, how did that get there in the first place? I suppose it's not important. Meteor Bone Roll to get it against Nivek, who has loads of bar to work with. And a character like Supergirl can do great things with this. Least of all, damage. Oh no, almost thought he was going to drop that, but no, he did not. Now he's got Coach Steve near the corner. This is danger territory. Supergirl, she hasn't got damage, but she's got a lot of hard knockdown setups here. One thing to look into is that Nivek has a full trait stocked, which makes his low options a little bit safer. Now hit confirms. Coach Steve wasn't ready for it to hit, I don't think. Oh wow, there's the air-to-air. Nivek's been on point with those all day. With good defense coming out from Coach Steve, being patient. So he really wants to get an opportunity to call the cat, but that could have been it. He's built a huge amount of bar in this defensive sequence as well. Oh, there's the breath to go through the meter burn back three. And yeah, no doubt at all that we saw a clash there. Almost makes you wonder that, you know, Nivek had the option to go for unclashable damage, but to be honest, maybe he just wants to get that clash out of him, but that could be a safe cat. This is, oh no, not safe at all. However, he's now not going to have any lasers, which means Coach Steve has this uncontested Dexter sequence. There's the splat into, no doubt, one more into grab, but good tech. And now here comes Nivek. He's got 1 bar of meter. Oh, the last minute cross up. This might be enough. This is going to be enough to get him low. It's not going to be enough to kill for sure, but he's going to take him towards the corner. No, he's not. Mid-screen Oki. Delay wake up. Good block from Coach Steve. But the trait gets spent or gets hit by the last hit of it. It's in danger. Didn't have enough trait charge to go for the laser. Oh, Nivek might be in trouble here. And there's the clash. Now, this is going to be good for Nivek because he got rid of Dexter. The cat is going to be out of play. But is Nivek going to have any eye laser, or is that going to sort of reset the cooldown as well? We'll soon find out. Yeah, he's got one. And now it's available. He spends it immediately. Coach Steve just needs 1 hit, though. He's got a bar to meter burn his blood lift. Nivek will be careful here, because if he goes for the cat and he has the eye laser stocked, he can actually stop him from calling it. Coach Steve's going to be very careful, but no. Whoa! I don't know what happened there. Nivek just playing chicken. There's the whiff. Oh, and that was a very long game 1, but I think that's a taste of things to come. Both these guys playing at that slow pace, happy to do so. This is how it went down in their winners match. Nivek, though, off to a good start. He did win the first game in winners, though. Coach Steve brought it back. Run into grab. Here comes Nivek, hungry. There's the punish. Up, yeah. Coach Steve going to it. Doesn't get a full combo, though. You cannot afford to drop combos as Supergirl when you already don't do very much damage at all. And there we go, a nice punish, down 1 into lift. And we're talking about damage. Welcome to Atrocitus. That's what he does best. There's that 50-50. He's got him near the corner. He's going to get a few reps right here. Good damage on the combo. He's going to get 4. And just look at the damage over time effect. Really important for Atrocitus. Wow, ooh, nice optimization just to get that sort of corner repositioning. Drops it though, not quite sure. There's the grab. There's the overhead. Oh, max damage. Oh, wakes up with the truck. Oh, hang on, is that going to do enough? Ooh, yes, only just. He's near the corner though, which is not a great situation to be in, but Coach Steve, he has half of Dexter left. There's the teleport. First time I've seen that in a set. Good catch. Him out. Not quite close enough to get a maximum amount of follow-up. Any damage Nivek gets here is going to be constellation damage before he inevitably loses that first life bar. Did a little bit, but Coach Steve definitely still in it. I like how he didn't rush to go to the lift too. Coach Steve wanted to wait for a time there. It just seems like not the obvious thing to do. Clean jump in for Nivek though. Oh, he got hit anyway! He gets chased down anyway. That is not great for Coach Steve. Goes into his clash. That was a very unfortunate sequence for Steve. I don't think he was ready to get hit by that. They both spend nothing, which makes a lot of sense here, but... Oh no! Full combo incoming! And there's also going to give time for Nivek to charge up that trait, get some more lasers. Corner carry. Oh, tricky stuff! Oh. There's the shimmy bait on the throw. That's going to do a huge chunk of damage. Opts not to end the combo, goes for the setup instead. A nice tech. But Coach Steve has a lot of work to do here. That's going to do a huge chunk of chip. He's got access to Dexter, but he has to get the hit first. He bets the farm, and that's 2-0 up, and he's going to a player select. Now, when he's been on the back foot before, we did see him go for Grodd, but clearly, Grodd is a matchup that
Last
Nivek
time we saw him go to Grodd, it was versus Tekken Master for that one, almost like that rank match style, right?
Yeah,
that
sure.
one game situation. He had one game left to take. Tekken Master had put himself into Black Adam at the time, and it was enough. But do we see it now when he has to put himself in a three-game comeback situation? It's like you said, Nivek is clearly ready for that character.
Yeah, when we saw Tekken Master versus Coach Steve, not to discredit in any way, shape, or form, but it was clearly a matchup that I don't think Tekken Master was actually prepared for when you watched him play it. But on the flip side, Aris, I think Nivek just demonstrated really clean awareness, but he's just taking the time out. He's gone back in for Atrocitus, so he is going to bet it. He has no choice now but to make a 3-straight game comeback with Atrocitus. But Coach Steve, he's been on fire today. He can definitely do this. It's a tall order, but we saw him defeat Nivek earlier on, but now he's got to do 3 games back-to-back. Nivek showing a lot of momentum right now. Background
bounce.
No, he doesn't even need to go for it. Opts to go for damage instead. Unfortunately drops it, but gets it again. A reset that is not really a reset, but speaking of resets, the hard resets, a second or third reset. Good chase down on the air tech. Nivek once again not going for the sort of finishing to that. Makes you think maybe he's doing it on purpose just to sort of get that screen distance. There's the 50-50 once again. That's a 50-50 that right now I think really only Coach Steve tends to go for, but it's so effective. Overhead splat or low puddle. Oh wow, Interactable saving Nivek, getting him out. That is one that could be used multiple times. If Nick can keep his back to the left wall, that's going to help him out big time. Spend the bar to make it safe. Yes, he does. Coach Steve tries to get the down one. Oh, doesn't spin it this time in a neutral jump. Going to take him down. Not quite enough. Doesn't spend the bar. Wow, yeah, Nivek wants to hold on to the meter to take himself to match point. No trait available, but has almost 2 bars of super meter to work with. Can Nivek get this run back and defeat Coach Steve 3-0? Nice patience, but no whiff punish, unfortunately. Tries to do it, but doesn't quite get it. Now Nivek really starting to stagger that into no overhead or low. That's a trade Nivek can afford to take. Slowly but surely losing this. And another Interactable coming through. Coach Steve wasn't ready for that. Coach Steve definitely on the back foot now, has to be so careful, but has trait and a full stack of super meter to work with as well. He has the resources, but does he have the clutch? The thing is, Nivek is staggering so many things. He's making it really hard for Coach Steve to get a grasp on when he's going to commit to these strings and specials. Wow, and now Nivek has started going towards the unclashable. He wants to end this. He wants to end this safely as he can. There's another grab with punish. Nivek is on the verge of sending Coach Steve home 3-0. He gets the sweep as well. He's looking to get that run back. He wants revenge, but Coach Steve right now might get around here. He has 4 bars, but will he have the chance to use it? Goes for it, lovely tech, but Nivek still has so much health left. Coach Steve fighting back until the very end, but as he loses health piece by piece, too little, too late, as Nivek from Greece is going to be moving over, and he will take the run back. Let's not forget, when these guys fought off stream and winners, it was last round, last hit. Literally came down to like 40 points of health, if that. It was so close. But Nivek making the adjustment, riding that momentum from his win before against Omega K to a clean 3-0. Unfortunately for Coach Steve, I mean, we said before, we were expecting this guy to go super far, you know, more than capable of getting top 8. He just, you know, sends losers by Theo, who's one of the absolute best Injustice 2 players on the planet, no shame there, and Nivek, best fighting game player in Greece, easily. So definitely nothing to worry about there. Well, I mean, the man's patriotic. He is literally wearing a Greek flag. Like, he is proud to be Greek. He is proud of his community that he comes from. He's continuing to do really well. He actually, in the first year of Mortal Kombat X, managed to make among the top 17 numbers. So he almost got top 8 in year 1 for Mortal Kombat as well. So he's been in this situation before, and it's nice to see that he is continuing that momentum in Injustice 2. Coach Steve had a hell of a run here. No doubt we'll see him again throughout the Injustice Pro Series. This is not the end. This is not the end of Coach Steve.
This will not be the last time we see Coach Steve. This guy is more than capable of coming back, super strong. You know, fingers crossed we get to see Injustice 2 at more Evos to come. But moving on to our next set, we're going to have Method Silvereye versus Echo Fox Sonic Fox. Now, let me quickly consult the bracket and find out what point this is at in the tournament. Let me consult the old bracket. There's so much going on at one time, it's a little bit hard to gauge, but this is, I've just been informed, thank you very much, production. This is top 32 winners. Method Silvereye. Again, recently acquired, kind of just going into the Injustice Pro Series, we saw Rio and Silvereye get picked up by Method. And they're both doing well. Silvereye's been... In our winners side, top 32, we are rapidly approaching top 16. And then after that, top 8. We have plenty of matches left to go, but just mere hours away
from getting through to our top 8 and finding out who's going to be our first world champion for Injustice 2. But Sonic Fox really has been just putting on a show with Red Hood. I mean, ultimately, everyone's been trying to practice against Red Hood, you know, trying to learn what their options are, so should they fight Sonic Fox, they're ready for the character. But ultimately, it is clear no one plays Red Hood like Sonic Fox right now. This kid just has a ridiculous understanding of what this character can do, how to put him to good use, and he just fits the way Sonic Fox plays like a glove. He's got the mobility, he's got the options, he's got the mix, he's got the conversions, he's got everything you need. Now, Batman versus Red Hood though. Sonic Fox said yesterday, or earlier on, speaking to him, we were talking about Red Hood, he said, and I quote, "Red Hood bodies Batman." He thinks this is a really good matchup for Red Hood. Now, this is by far the character that we have seen Silver Eye play the most. And this isn't even a button check. These guys have gone straight in. Okay, this is a matchup that Sonic Fox is very comfortable in. Now, the question is as well, how much experience does Sonic Fox's competition have with this character? He is very new. Oh, an instant jump one from Sonic Fox to keep him in the corner. I like that option. There's the mine. Good blocks coming out from Silver Eye. Goes straight for the sky to get out the corner. Oh, the mine just misses completely, and Silver Eye now has Sonic Fox back to the ball. Drops a combo. That is unfortunate, because look at how much damage is now just lost off it. Yeah, down one into Leap Meter Burn. It can be a very not expected amount of damage. Not everyone's going to be ready for it. Comes those overhead akimbo shots in the air. That mine. The really important thing about the mine is on hit or block, it stays exactly where it is. It's got that sort of almost 2-second fuse, or just 1 second fuse, or however much. It's a short fuse for sure. Follows his bat on the way in. Has him in the corner. Wow, baits the air tech out of him. Another drop coming out from Silver Eye. Does have the meter to go to the Vortex too. Now the mechanical bat should, actually I think the mechanical bat might have punished that earlier, because I believe some of those are -8 or even more. Yeah, definitely punishable options, both the overhead and the low, but you have to be ready for sure. And some characters have a very hard time doing so. Mixing it up though, you have the sort of that trait ender, those 3 hits into overhead, low, or grab. Sonic Fox with no fear, just going for the leap. The forward leap actually isn't a true wake-up attack, but it's so fast, it can stuff meaties quite effectively. If you hesitate for a second because you're waiting for that backwards dive, the forward dive can work in certain situations. And you know, Sonic Fox is good at just getting in those like split-second decisions of what your option's going to be doing. Oh, catches him. Down one leap, no doubt would have caught him, but Silver Eye right now is having a hard time. He's managed to get this life bar, but he's got a lot of work to do right here. Comes overhead with the chip damage is going to be getting very dangerous the further this match goes on now. Or spends his second bar, has one back in reserves. Oh, not quite enough. Does manage to catch the leap, but at this stage, even a sneeze will take him out. Sonic Fox, again, I mean, why not, right? Just keep going for it. If you catch it, he's going to get chipped out. Had a clash as well. Even if he did get hit, he had the option to get some health back. Sonic Fox playing super good already. Silver Eye looking strong, looking a little bit unfamiliar in certain places, but that's to be expected. One of the important elements that Sonic Fox has not actually been given access to a stage that Red Hood gets the unblockable resets. So no doubt we're seeing Silver Eye go for a rematch, because it is going to be a stage Red Hood can't be as effective on. Oh, Silver Eye didn't quite have the bar there. All hard to blockable, low mine into overhead jump in. Big damage on that air grab just to finish it. Knocks him into the mine. If you get caught jumping, that will go for it in the mine. Just, you have to respect it. Such a dangerous, present-setting move. Oh. Sonic Fox looking about as dominant as I think we were expecting with Red Hood so far. He's come prepared. Oh, wow, there's that Meteor Man 4-3 to get through. He's going to spend the second bar. No, he isn't. Oh, there's a delay wake-up coming out from Sonic Fox 2. There's the Annie cross-up down 2. Wonderful conversion from Sonic Fox 2. Goes in for that low just for the knockdown. Catches him with the down one before he gets the plus frames. That's going to be a start, but just that push block. But when Red Hood push blocks, that's basically a free mine. Now, Batman does have an answer for mine in sort of just more grappling hook, but that can be dangerous. Obviously, if you're in range of that forward dive, you are going to get punished. You are going to take a lot of guaranteed life. It's going to add up very quickly. And there we go, the mechanical bats letting loose once again. Silver Eye again taking that first life bar, but has lost a lot of his second in the process. That's the running theme. Sonic Fox dominantly takes the first life bar, and Silver Eye tends to wake up a little bit, but he takes so much damage in the process that it's a tall order every single time he does it. And right now, I feel that that's actually a matchup changer. We need to see more grappling hooks, because that's going to challenge the mine from distance. Oh, now wake up, 197 damage. Does so much damage by itself into Meteor Burn Shuriken. And 2-0 already for Sonic Fox. This is what we were expecting to see to a degree, you know, sort of just dominance, comfort, and just being ready. You know, this kid is clearly prepared for this tournament. And we find himself winner side top 32, 2-0 up on Silver Eye. looking very confident. Now, some people were a little bit concerned that Sonic Fox had spent so much time preparing for Red Hood and not really doing amazingly well or even entering at all some of the online tournaments leading up to EVO because Red Hood wasn't legal, so he didn't really bother. Now, a lot of people are like, well, he's not really been competitively tested with Red Hood. Is he going to be ready? Clearly, right now, this guy is more than ready. He's arguably more ready than everyone else. Speaking of Silvereye, could have got a punish on the low, didn't quite get it. Wasn't quite ready to capitalize off that mechanical bat either. Oh, armor break. Nice hit confirm. This could be a full combo for Sonic Fox. What's the ender? Full screen. Just a lovely setup. Send him full screen, go for the mine, leap in, get those plus frames. Just like that, Sonic Fox is on the verge of a very, very fast 3-0 on Silvereye. Bear in mind, guys, this is the top 32. Very important match. Sonic Fox wins this, he will be one step closer to that top 8. Just piece by piece, just chipping away this life, even on block and hit. Just working so much damage coming through. Not a maximum combo though from Silvereye. That is unfortunate. Oh, down into dive, Sonic Fox. He just wants to take this damage down. Nice low mine into anticipation on the jump in. Full combo, but again, it's shades of what we've seen before, where he does manage to get the life bar, but he takes so much damage in the process because Sonic Fox is just all over him. All goes to the parry, but Sonic Fox just jumps out and that gets baited completely into the transition. At this point, I think it is too late. Sonic Fox is going to be moving on 3-0 unless Silvereye can make something magical happen right now. Only got 51 HP left and yeah, catches it on the reposition, but I think full screen, this is exactly where Red Hood wants to be. There's the Mia roll. Silvereye looking to make something happen, but good blocks from Sonic Fox. Hit by the last minute cross up, but no, tries to commits a bit too hard. And that's, we're just running a story where Silvereye does not like hugs, especially when he's just been eliminated. Sonic Fox is the complete opposite. Man likes his hugs. We just noticed right there when the unstoppable force meets an immovable object scenario. Well, that was winners action though, so top 32 winners. We see Sonic Fox moving on once again. I do believe it's actually Honeybee stepping up to the stage once now. Honeybee having a very good tournament so far with that Flash. The Flash God Lord making it through EVO 2017. God Lord? But I think, you know, the question has been answered. You know, is Sonic Fox's Red Hood ready for EVO this year? And the answer is a resounding yes. Absolutely. I do believe, Honeybee versus Gross. This is going to be a good one. You know what? It's almost like we're at the stage of the tournament that we're getting the best players versus the best players. How about that? It's almost like that is that. Ooh, I've just been informed. This is a top 8 qualifier. Gross defeated Tekken Master, which is a really important result for him. It's been a bit of a bloodbath so far. You know, we had Samij eliminating Madsen earlier on. We saw Omega K eliminated by Nivek. We saw Coach Steve eliminated by Nivek. And this is now winners action. Tekken Master sent to losers. Well, speaking of from Gross. It was Gross that beat him. I actually do believe we have a replay now from the Nivek Coach Steve match where Nivek, I don't know what happened here, because when these guys played in winners off stream, we had the pleasure of seeing that set. It was as close as it gets. Literally one hit in it between the two of them. Yet in this streamed match between the two, in losers, Nivek played like a completely different beast. Like completely shook it up, and unfortunately his Coach Steve did fall down 3-0 in this run back, but Nivek just Supergirl looking good. Are we going to see Nivek maybe make top 8? Just to prevent stating the obvious as well, guys, the uppercut whiff after a stun, that is actually to build a little bit of meter as well. That's why you would see the uppercut, because in between the freeze, actually it's so plus of it, you have enough time to go for the uppercut. And then just go for your next move. Well, so you might think to yourself, you know, doing just whiffing a special builds such a little bit amount of bar. What's the point? But you have a character like Supergirl that without bar, she is harmless. So here we go, Flash versus Green Lantern. It's going to be a matchup that I think Honeybee is actually going to be quite experienced in this matchup because he has defeated Rebello before, who's another really Honeybee is going into this with a lot of momentum. Obviously, we saw him defeat Forever King in the winner's side. I'm just trying to look through who we have now. So Honeybee would have beat Star Charger to get here. It would have been, Sonic Fox over Silvereye. You know, I want to say, Honeybee over Star Charger, Gross over Tekken Master. This is quite a story, because Honeybee, in Mortal Kombat X's first year, was able to get top 8, and he got 3rd place in that tournament. Gross was ever so slightly just outside of top 8. So you know Gross does not want to repeat history there. But on the flip side, I think Honeybee would very much like to repeat history and get another top 8. Well, that triple low coming through. That back one, nice confirmed coming out from Gross. Looks a little bit awkward to get it, but Sky playing Green Lantern once or twice, definitely ready for it. Gross is definitely, I think, very much the premier. It's quite an interesting match because it's the premier Flash versus the premier Green Lantern right now. Two absolute masters of their characters. Wake Up cleanly beat by Honeybee. Doesn't get a full combo for it though. that backdash immediately with the knowledge, but down 2 to check him. Now it's going to scale quite heavily, but Gross is going to get good setup off this. They wake up, Honeybee into down 2 on wake up. Clean stuff coming out, but misses the combo. That's another time Honeybee's made that hard read on getting through, but just hasn't had the execution. Going in for the charge, but cancelling it. Maybe expecting Gross to try and meter burn back 3 or something. And there's the Lantern. A good option coming out from Gross there. Running Man stance, we see sort of being the go-to option for getting in with Flash. But Gross is playing around it so well, and as I can say that, the charge. Other side, the fastest man alive. Where did he get a drink in here? Look at the stage. I think he just, the question really is, what on earth is he drinking?
Think this is fun? We'll be in a sec.
Right. There's the big wager, but Gross has a lot of bar. No doubt we see Honeybee save his. Flash really does need his bar for those really sort of chunky conversions. Sonic Pound, Lightning Kick. Oh, Trip Guard. But I say, Honeybee playing this at a very slow pace, not much slower than we're used to seeing him. But for good reason, clearly. Oh, there's the cross-up coming out. We've already seen that it was in fact Gross that used that clash, and Honeybee opting not to use his just yet. There's the wake-up. Meter burn roll into overhead. Wow, cheeky stuff. He has access to the character power, so he's going to slow down, get that massive combo on deck. Now he's going to go in for a sap. Oh, anti-jump low, but Gross the wake up down 1. Back 1 just to avoid the jump in. That's going to be plus on block, but oh, the ultimate read. Hang on a minute. Whiffs left, right, and center. Make that another whiff on the down 2. Is this going to be a reset? Oh, the overhead gets it. Gross used his clash early, had no option of getting out of that aside from just guessing right. And Honeybee 1 step ahead of the curve again, bringing himself to 1 game apiece. 2 games away from making top 8 on the winner's side. Flash does not have as much of an amazing neutral as he had in Injustice 1. He lost that Sonic charge, the really fast advancing charge he had in the first game, but he still has 50-50s. He still has the Speed Force trait. Yep, he's still got setups. And Honeybee mastering every single one, going in for the low, and that's another full combo. Flash still does good damage. There's the Patience, though, getting hit by the wall. Send full screen. Gross has a little bit of space now to build himself up some meter. Keep this game going around. This is where Flash has seemed to struggle. Now we are seeing Gross go in for almost like the bowling ball projectile to keep those dashes in check. Flash is not going to be able to go through those. Plus frames. Or Meter Mac 3. Gross patient. Doesn't get hit by anything. Oh! Big interactable there. Just send him back full screen. Gross is going to do everything he can to keep Honeybee as far away as possible. Is this going to be a range of which he commands, but the mid shoots it up. Honeybee spacing, showing strong right now. What is he drinking? He's drinking Liquid Skill. Liquid Speed Force. Oh my god. Here we go, there's the meter burn, keeping him in the corner. Good for setup once again. Gross went that down to, and at very least it's a trait, so Gross doesn't get hit by a full combo. No punish on the lightning kick. I mean, it is quite a tight punish. You've definitely got to be ready for it, but a clean jump in Honeybee lands a full conversion. And he's opting to go for no trait. He's going to save it for the next touch, no doubt. Using a clash, there's the wake-up attack. Oh, the wake-up to get through. And that's going to connect. Gross using a bar in the process. Honeybee now has 3 bars to his 1. Clash is going to be a bit difficult for Gross unless he can build some bar up. Oh, there's the trip guard attack. I think that's why Honeybee jumped immediately. Yeah. He knew nothing was going to reach from that range. Now Gross, he's going to be forced to clash here. They've both got 2 bars. How much does Honeybee spend here? I mean, Honeybee seems to need that bar to get those launches, those big launching possibilities. Does he spend anything? Yes, he does. He breaks it even. I mean, he builds a lot of bar doing the the flash in the neutral there. Oh, the delayed overhead. Whiffing the jump in. That's going to be a clean trip guard, but no full combo. Tries to wake up Meban back 3. Now Gross back in the fight, 100%. Plus frames once again. Just tries to do a raw special, but Gross doesn't quite get the punish on deck. Again, good patience from Honeybee. Gross really trying to get this hit. Hang on. There we go. The overhead is good. I'm inclined to think he's definitely going to kill on this combo. He's got him near the corner. The Injustice 1 combo as well. What a throwback there. Honeybee up 2 games. That did put Gross in a bit of a tricky situation, though. When you're currently being hit by a combo in the Speed Force, you thought, like, normally in that situation, it's, I need to air tag. I need to get out of this combo right now. But it is so easy for Flash to chase down your air tag. You basically can't air tag. Because also, if you get out of the combo and you land, he gets the grounded conversion into a brand new combo. Going for the Speed Force immediately. Wow, we very rarely see this, but Honeybee with the setup. Going in for another overhead, here we go. He's gonna get a full conversion here, no Speed Force required. Oh, misses the ender though, but look at the life difference already. 60% and another hit. This could be it for Honeybee, taking himself to match point already. Are we gonna see just cashed out damage or reset? He's gonna have access to the Speed Force in this next round. Is he gonna get a chance to go for it? Gross isn't even ready for the punish on that anymore. Honeybee is just going wild. But Honeybee knows he's just sensed that Gross isn't punishing, and match point already. Honeybee 1 life bar away from making top 8 on the winner's side. There's a trade. Now Gross, he's going to have to make this corner game count. Honeybee, he's not even hit confirming anymore. He doesn't need to. Gross is not punishing the lightning kick. There's the block. That's the punish. He's looking for that now. He goes to back three, it's going to transition him, so he wants to keep himself in the corner. Does not want to give Honeybee the space to move, and a nice forward three. This is the stuff we need to see from Gross. Spencer's bar two.
Looks a lot like Gross has just woken up, I think.
Then he has the grab. Now, when Honeybee is this low, any damage he can take on this life bar is free. But already we find himself, Gross is able to take a little bit of a return damage here, but Honeybee still with 4 bars to work with.
Oh no!
Oh no!
And just look at the bar difference. Gross can't even go for a wager. It's 3 versus almost 2. That's still not enough.
I reckon we'll see him try and clash if he gets hit one more time because he'll have no choice.
But he's just spent all of it, the unblockable. Here comes Honeybee.
He has access to Speed Force. There's a reset situation. Meteor rolls towards him. Tricky stuff, but a nice throw tech coming out from Gross. Gets the trip guard too. Gross, air tech gets him out of it though. Honeybee still kept safe. Another bomb comes through, but Gross is too far away for it to work this time. Now Gross gets no bed, but a lovely block. Honeybee with the anti-air, the back 3. Gets another back 3, and Honeybee manages to go for top 8 for the first year of Injustice at EVO, and he repeats history. The Flash God Lord makes his return. Injustice 2, EVO 2017. After an up and down success levels in MKX, definitely a strong player, but, you know, obviously we had really good at year 1 in the game. Going straight back into his comfort zone, the game he loves the most, Injustice, he comes back with the Flash.
The boy's back in town.
Indeed, the Flash, he comes back and winner's side top 8 with this character.
I mean,
what a fitting story for Honeybee.
There's no getting around the fact that the Flash is not the man he once was in Injustice 2. He is you've got to work a lot harder with the Flash. He's still
clearly is top 8 EVO material character.
Clearly capable of placing well in major world-class events, especially if you are the best Flash player in the world.
And by the way, guys, if you're just watching and you're new to tournaments, yes, the comeback guy on YouTube did just get top 8 at EVO. So how about that?
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
The best comeback you will ever see. How about EVO top 8, my son?
That's wonderful. The question is, will we see a comeback like that at EVO with Flash? We'll find out with top 8 later on, but we are moving on to the next game, which I believe is going to be... Oh, this is another good one. We have Theo. Let me have a look at this or bracket right now. We have Theo coming up versus Burrito Voorhees, so Forever King Jr.
This is a really important match for these guys, obviously, but more importantly as well, whoever wins this match will move on to face Sonic Fox, and I believe that's actually a top 8 match. Whoever fights Sonic Fox after this. All right, yeah, so this is going to be Echo Fox Theo. Echo Fox Theo versus Burrito Voorhees. Winner of this will fight Sonic Fox, and the winner of that match will qualify for top 8, which means, think about it this way, only one of Theo and Sonic Fox can make winner's side top 8 today. Only one of the same path. They are in the same path. But, I mean, could that mean one of them doesn't even make top 8? If they get sent down to losers and have a particularly tough opponent, that could happen. Whether it will happen remains to be seen, but Theo, I mean, I haven't seen Burrito Voorhees play yet so far this tournament, but clearly he is here very far along, doing incredibly well for himself. Plays a lot of characters.
Yes.
So that's the big one. I mean, also just for those that may recognize him, yes, Burrito Voorhees used to be Forever King Jr., but as some players do like to almost like sort of rename themselves, we see that quite often.
Hey man, he does not need the name of his brother to be a recognized player.
Oh, 100%.
This guy, he's been playing for a while. He's a very young man as well, is Burrito Voorhees. He's been around for a few years now, but very young when he first started competing. And the longer we go on, the better he becomes, and, you know, looking to be a serious threat already, as we are very, very far into this bracket now. But winner's side, EVO 2017, Injustice 2. This is going to be a good match. Obviously, knows he plays Black Adam as well, plays Bane too, but I can't imagine we'll be seeing Bane here versus Superman. Most likely going to be Black Adam.
I think it's a safe bet. We're getting really far down this bracket. If you can play a fantastic character, then you better make sure you're playing that character. But we're, some of these matches coming up we've had, some of them might have already happened off stream, but we'll have to find out what's happening to them soon. But we've got good ones like Slayer versus Scar. That's Rogue versus Echo Fox. I feel like that was actually played a while ago. I saw that on Twitter.
Biohazard, Hayate, Too Easy versus Nubcakes, Dragon versus Illusions.
All winner side action. Now, we're going to see who makes it on in this winner's bracket. It's Echo Fox Theo. It's going to be a BXA Burrito Voorhees. Now, I'm actually quite interested to see how Burrito Voorhees plays this, because we know Theo is very slow, very calculated, but within reason. He knows when he can get aggressive. He knows when to go in and mix up and rush down. Nice reactions for that down one. That's sort of a Theo special punish. That down one on the Black Adam forward one, just to capitalize into forward 2-3. Now, even when you drop your combo on the end of that background bounce, it's still a hard knockdown. So if you do the background bounce late in the combo and you don't quite get it, doesn't really matter. You're still going to get set up. That forward one with punish.
opting to actually spend no meter here. He wants to keep it meterless. Good call, I think. Yeah, saving it on the meter bend dive kick, but it doesn't work out. The forward 2 whip punish. Theo, crisp reactions. Solid life bar, though, already. Theo looking as good as we expected him to. Still has that trait loaded. Question is, what can he do with that? At the same time, Burrito Voorhees has those orbs. Theo's been playing around them very well so far. Nice clean BMB. Easy stuff coming out from Theo. 430 damage. Respectable, just to keep this life lead heavy. But just look, it's just the patient and confident walking back. It's a range that Theo really wants to establish. Unfortunately, tries to go for another internet dive kick, does a little bit of an execution error. Gets a forward 3 by mistake. That is good data for Theo, seeing that he's dropping combos. But with the patience, Theo, he's not pressing anything. He has no interest in putting himself at a bad situation unnecessarily. He is happy to sit there and do nothing and wait for you to make the mistake. Oh, Nobar tries to go forward 1-2, but they're just sitting there and blocking. Nice amount of damage, but it goes for a third forward 1-2, doesn't get it. But the down 1 into Shocker doesn't matter too much. He's gonna get the round anyway. He has got Theo where he wants him though. So if he can keep him in this corner, it's gonna be a great situation. Gets the jump kick, but doesn't, unfortunately, misses the dive kick. And he's managed to fight his way out the corner. He's gonna get damaged, but this is where Theo wants to be. After a very shaky start, Burrito Voorhees managing to even things out a bit though. This is looking good for him. Has that bar to spend. Trying to whiff, like he's just trying to bait with those dive kicks at this point. I think he is. Oh, clean punish. Yeah, regular dive kick, very unsafe on block. Oh, Airtex, and there's the reset from Theo. He has the bar to launch, and the background right where he needs it. Wonderful play by Theo, and how important it can be to have that stage awareness on what interactables you can use. Right, so Theo up 1 game already. Still 3 out of 5 territory. It will be 3 out of 5 throughout, but we always have the potential for long sets here, especially this far down the line. On the flip side, though, we have seen some really dominant performances recently. We saw Nivek 3-0 versus Coach Steve. We just saw Honeybee 3-0 versus Gross. The later we get, I mean, the tensions run high. Now he's going back in for Black Adam. Atlantis, though, we're going for a stage change. It looks like it's not the one with all the unblockables. We are going to the secondaries. This one's a little bit more neutral, I think. A little bit less interactable heavy. There's that forward 2-3 trait, down 1 breath. A very typical block string. See a lot of Superman players go for that. Oh, anticipation on the dive kick. Theo jumps back, trying to make it miss. Already has his trait recharged, as well as Black Adam. Burrito Voorhees has the orbs as well. Another forward 2-3 to Theo. Gonna land another clean conversion. Sitting on basically 2 bars of meter, so even after he takes that chip damage of that down back 3, I mean, it really is some of the highest chip damage in the game for a single projectile. Oh, indeed, but a nice hit from Burrito, but cannot capitalize. I think he was quite ready, and again, tries to, but actually gets punished for it, Theo. Oh, wow. That's the BM laser to follow up. Now, this is still another really good scenario for Theo. Catching another whiff forward 1-2. It's so risky to whiff buttons against this player because he will punish you every time. Theo's spacing is just impeccable, and clearly so. Always ready to just sit out of that sort of sweet spot where, you know, you sort of have to say to yourself, am I in range of forward 1, am I not? You stick it out, and just as quickly as you can press that button, Theo is ready to whiff punish. With a jump back, with just standing still, with a down 1, always ready. And that's kind of Black Adam's main go-to normal in the neutral, and Theo is just shutting it down completely. There's the interrupt on down 1 breather. So that's a little bit of knowledge right there, but it might be a little bit too late at this stage. Gets another launch, and even though we see Burrito Voorhees with 4 bars of meter, he could flash if he wants, but I think at this stage he may as well rather just take the damage. Oh no! That's why Theo, that's the standard finish for Black Adam to go for orbs into meter burn roll, and Theo already ready to punish that as well. Theo not letting anything get past him. Unfortunately, oh, the black magic whiffs, and the back forward 3 going straight under it. Here comes Forever King, lightning fast in there to coach his little brother. No doubt, needs to give him a hand here. So, what is the choice here? I know he plays a bunch of characters, I know he plays Scarecrow, I know he plays Bane, but whatever he picks now, he's going to be locked into for the rest of this set, guaranteed. You can't really pick Bane against Superman. That's one of the problems. There's not only the damage and the zoning, but a big part of it is the fact that Superman trait negates armor, which means essentially Bane can't get going, because if Superman breaks armor, then Bane can't establish his main tool.
Superman.
Are you going to see him stick to Black Adam? This is it, make or break. Remember, still in winner side action though, so these guys do have a little bit of breathing space to get set down to losers, but obviously the amount of games you have to win from losers is insane.
Fighters approaching the Batcave.
Actually, just a
I believe there's actually, after pools, there is a no coaching rule, which means that Forever King just got booted off the old stage. And that does mean you're on your own. Fighting games are 1v1, and today that much is guaranteed. Not even help from your friends. You need to be ready with as much as you can possibly manage going into it. Well, there we go. Actually manages to get a good hit, but Theo did take the first hit, so he has himself 2 bars already, thanks to the damage he just took. But already, Burrito Voorhees has that life advantage. Gonna keep it. There's the whiff punish we're looking for. Goes into the meatless black magic. We're going to see that damage start to add up. Set up 2. Oh, wake up, Theo. I think he tried to go for a cross-up dive kick, but fumbled the input. He got a neutral jump, medium, and I don't think that's what he wanted. But Burrito Voorhees sitting on much more of a life lead. Wow, yeah. Theo actually killing himself in the process. Already half the sort of cooldown time on the orb's already gone. Damage comes through. No punish from Theo. Probably a bit too far away to get it guaranteed. Now, the thing is, though, you're in the corner against Superman. He's got trait. Your life lead is not safe. Old corner repositioning from Burrito Voorhees. Very smart. And wow, cleanly baiting out that wake-up. Theo now falling right into Burrito Voorhees' plans. It's definitely a much better game for him. It's like we're watching 2 completely different players this game. Look at the adjustment. And then here comes Theo. Every single time he lands one of those lasers, that health. It's a big damage projectile, but another conversion. Black Adam, his conversions are pretty much uncontested when it comes to damage output. And here comes Theo, that forward 2 breath pressure. Back 2. Good call, actually, to cause the forward 2 to whiff. Oh, wow, baits out the air tech as well, and a clean game. Burrito, boy, he's out of nowhere. Surprise game to return. I think a big thing is he actually got the life lead early and was able to sit on it, really slowing things down, and Theo kind of forced to move forward for a change. Oh, and again, Burrito Voorhees going towards that sort of tried and true first hit that Theo's been baiting out this whole time. Now Theo has the life lead, so Burrito can't quite do what he did before. Really good calls on that forward 2 breath pressure, though. Got him near the wall. Just throw tech. I think teching a grab is very brave against Superman. That fast mid of the forward 2, it is risky to try and tech that grab. Match point for Theo right now. Unless you just have ridiculous reactions and can react to the grab by itself, which some people can. Oh no, unfortunately he doesn't quite time the orbs correctly. Don't think they were quite rotating in fashion. And Theo with another hit. Burrito Voorhees starting to stick out these buttons that Theo is ready to punish. It's whiff after whiff after whiff, and it is causing Theo to get the free damage consistently. There's the knockdown in setup. Knee string. Last good. What a block from Theo. The defense on this man is just uncontested. Now we find Black Adam with these cans behind him. All doesn't punish the dive kick. All down 1 trade. Or he's still alive. Has to be very careful here, though. There's a good jump. That's going to take the life bar. Now, you know, this looks like quite a commanding life lead, but this is Black Adam. He needs 1 dive kick to even things out. I don't think Theo's going to make it easy for him to get that. Even meter 2, which means that if Theo goes for a clash, he's not going to come off better just yet. Especially because he just spent a bar. Actually, 3 versus 1 so far. See Theo happy to sit at this distance. Really just trying to frustrate and harass him this distance. No, he misses the combo. That could be disastrous. That might have been a colossal error. We'll see if he gets punished for it. Looking for his time to go in. He needs to really thread that needle. Oh! Tries to dive kick over, but the straight laser prevails. Does so much damage by itself. Crouches under. You see Theo, this is exactly what he wants to do. Just frustrate from this distance. There's a whiff punish. Going for meterless, not spending his bar on it. He wants to keep all 3. There's chip damage. There's a punish again. Going into black magic. He can't clash because he hasn't got the meter. Burrito Voorhees, he's on the warpath right now. Can he do it? Oh, down connects. He goes to the grab, but it doesn't connect. Push bot coming out from Theo. Chip damage, not quite enough to finish things off. He has the orbs, the dive kick whiffs, and the down 1 trip guard from so far away. Burrito Voorhees was on the verge of a ridiculous comeback, but Theo snuffs it out before it has time to finish. You know what this means? We're going to be seeing the run back from CEO. These guys in winner's side, it was Sonic Fox versus Theo. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see it. That was really unfortunate. But, of course, but those that saw it in person were like, it was one of the fastest 3-0s we've ever seen. And that was Theo against Sonic Fox. One of the players that is just so dominant in this community, the NetherRealm fighting games community. Sonic Fox is by far the most dominant player. Theo just swoops in at CEO and 3-0s him out of nowhere. Well, I mean, it's fairly safe to say that at CEO, Sonic Fox's absolute hardest tournament loss in a NetherRealm game, the most dominant loss he's ever taken, was to Theo. And we're about to see a run back here. I don't think it's going to be the same matchup that we saw before. But that's the thing, you know, Red Hood being the one this is a ace in the hole right here. Because Theo, Aquaman, and Superman mainly
We know and have seen quite a lot by now that Red Hood seems to do very well versus Aquaman. That seems to be a tough matchup overall. Aquaman really struggles in that neutral situation, and Theo been playing nothing but Superman. Definitely sort of his main, I think, settled on now. Definitely his most confident character by far. But can he defeat Sonic Fox now? Only one of these guys. This is going to be for winner's side top 8. This is to qualify for top 8, to get that prestigious EVO top 8 medal, and even more importantly, those Pro Series points. Well, how Theo, much are on the line here? Theo and Sonic Fox are sitting pretty at quite a nice chunk of Pro Series points. So if either one of these guys gets at least top 8, in the winner's side as well, because if you get in on the loser's side, it'll be joint 7th. If you get winner's side, it's minimum joint 5th. And the difference between points of 5th and 7th at EVO is a huge margin. Indeed, going for this button check, you definitely want to make sure you haven't got anything right now. But remember, that's a crazy realization. That only one of Theo and Sonic Fox can make winner's side top 8. That is crazy! But that is unavoidable now. They're about to play for it. They've shaken on it. They're ready. It is time to zone in. One will go through to top 8 winners. One will drop down to losers where they have to win another match to qualify. And we are just about to get things started. It's going to be an Echo Fox team kill. Sonic Fox versus the newly acquired Theo. The legend of Injustice coming back in for 2. And Sonic Fox, the reigning champ of both Injustice and Mortal Kombat. We're going to see who makes winner's side top 8 right now. Can Theo repeat history? Can he 3-0 Fox again? Or is Red Hood the key? No one has came close to dealing with Sonic Fox's Red Hood. And I think if there's one person left in this path that can, it is probably Theo. Already built himself 2.5 bars, approaching 3 instantly. Now, we're going to see a lot of this full screen game, I think. The mine is going to keep Superman on the ground, but Sonic Fox, bit by bit now, he's got the life lead. He can now afford to be the one that plays Runaway, but does he even want that? He's got Theo in the corner. This is right where Sonic Fox wants it. All the dive, particularly that sort of backdash. Nice anti from Sonic Fox. Oh, ever so slightly too far away for the forward 3. So yeah, the timing was there, but the range wasn't. Doesn't matter too much though. Looking like he's going to take this round so far, and there we go. Very convincing round 1. Sonic Fox playing this matchup perfectly. Theo knows that sort of lazy keep away style. He just has all the answers so far. Yeah, this is a pace we're not used to seeing Sonic Fox play. Ooh, full combo conversion too. Theo's going to take the opportunity to get a bunch of free health back with this clash, but he's going to lose the clash now. So Sonic Fox has all this life bar left to not worry about the clash. I wonder if that dive into Meter Burn full combo was actually a punish on the air laser. He did it immediately. Tries to interrupt, but Theo's playing the bar, but aware. Sonic Fox ready for him to activate trait into down 1 of his own. Oh wow, no confirm from Theo. That is uncharacteristic. Maybe showing signs of being flustered right now. Oh wow, mysterious hitbox. Oh, Red Hood's trait. He's got that mix-up of grab, overhead, or low at the very end. Theo going for the sweeping laser a lot, but unfortunately just sort of getting knocked out of it before he can connect. Now, there's a lot of work to do here. Sonic Fox sitting on 4 bars of meter as well. That is plenty enough for Red Hood to kill you quite easily. Oh, wide hitbox doing a lot of damage by itself too. Instant bullets. Red Hood, he's got regular projectiles, but he's also got almost like an element of hit scan, instant gunshots, and there we go. Game 1. Let's go to Sonic Fox. Yeah, quite a slow-paced game, but that's the speed he needs to play at for sure, guaranteed. Let's not forget, this is a crucial match. This is for winner's side top 8 to get that breathing space, knowing you've accomplished that goal that every fighting game player wants. Everyone wants to make top 8 EVO. Everyone wants to see themselves in that main stage. These guys are so close to being able to do it. Especially for a new game, right? Injustice 2, both these players are putting so much effort to be here. There's another anti-air, very clean anti-air, down 2 into mine, will be a full combo. And it's going to put Sonic Fox to that effective range that he wants to be, but Theo with a clean pickup. You see it? This is his ender, Theo, playing a lot shaky than we're used to seeing for some reason. There we go. He knew the mine was going to connect. Good awareness. The TV. Oh. Good fuzzy on the low, and Sonic Fox ready to get the punish too. Sonic Fox is just playing out of his mind. Catches that 2 on the way down. Hard knockdown. What's the mix up? Oh wow, yeah, just a down 1 for Oki. Gonna connect Theo. Doing quite a lot of damage, more than he did manage to last time, but not quite enough just yet. There's a clean backdash. Not a true block string, but so far doesn't matter too much. Sonic Fox, the repositioning down 2 once again. That's going to be a splat into another mine. A wonderful prediction on the up shuriken too. Look at this pressure coming out. There's the trait. Ends it early. Oh no, Theo catches him in between. And the air tags to get away from the refreeze. That was a good call. He's got him out of danger. He's going to get all of that free damage. And once again, yet to take a single life bar off Sonic Fox in this second game.
Wow,
Just
look at the
prediction. Sonic Fox,
oh
my, and he gets a full combo off it. Sonic Fox, one step ahead all the time. Well, when Red Hood throws the mine, what do? You see the mine, you jump, you get hit by the shuriken. You stay on the ground, he goes for the leap, and it's a free way in. Sonic Fox with the knowledge already, this character, you'd think he's been here since launch. And that's just Sonic Fox's ability to pick up these new characters and get used to them very fast, but clean punish there. Oh wow, staggers it too. Look at the pressure coming up from Sonic Fox already. Well, don't forget, guys, if Sonic Fox wins this game, he's going to move on into top 8 winners side. And his Red Hood's looking really unstoppable so far. That is going to be a big ask for anyone in his path in the bracket. Theo, well, yeah, the Akimbo gunshots connect in the air. A corner pressure tries to anti-air, but Theo manages to sneak through an air dash. And again, that dive being a wonderful answer for that breath. Theo just hasn't found an answer for it yet. Has 4 bars to work with those. That's a lot of damage. Traitor's popped, but look at the life difference already. So yeah, Sonic Fox, that gunshot going to do a lot to just keep this life lead strong. But if there's one thing Red Hood has, it's variety. He's got different projectiles all going in different directions, but he doesn't have, it's not just a regular projectile that flies around. He's got an instant check on that gunshot. It's not a go-to option, but at the last round, it's a really good option. That's going to open up for Theo, though. Gets the air dash and another air tech. Yeah, Sonic Fox just using his meter perfectly right now. Hasn't got anything left now, but clearly hasn't been eating it so far. Again, just look at the meter. Theo is consistently low on meter. He's got 2 now, but getting checked out of the air. You know, Theo just doesn't want to sit there and hold the dive because you don't want to let Sonic Fox in. You want to keep him away. This is a bit of a tall order for Theo. No, Sonic Fox, he has no interest in going anywhere near him. Really just happy to play this keep away game. Theo forced to come in. And the dive comes through again. 170 damage. Well, you haven't got this much left. That is a big amount to deal with. Yep. He manages to get the laser, but does he have the health left to take this life? The problem is he's eating projectiles after projectiles, and it is not a scenario that you're able to clash. He's got 4 bars, but he's not able to get anything off it. Theo, he's on the verge of getting sent to losers by Sonic Fox, looking to make this a 3-0, breezing his way into top 8. And that's that's going to do it. More than enough damage. And Sonic Fox manages to secure himself another winner's top 8 placing at another Evo. One step closer to being the world champion. Is a lot of people's picks to win. There are plenty of players here that can contest him, but Theo was one of the big ones, and that was a 3-0 result. So at this stage, it's going to be kind of hard and intimidating for anyone that's got to fight. I think that was hands down one of the most anticipated sets of the day so far, I think. I mean, if for any reason it's, you know, Theo is newly acquired by Echo Fox, newly sponsored by them, which is obviously Sonic Fox's team, but also the fact that when they did fight at CEO, which was just a few weeks ago, you know, it wasn't long ago now, Theo was able to take that 3-0 comfortably. Yeah. So everyone was like, you know, Sonic Fox, very dominant player, but Theo is right there trying to stop him. And here we go. Clearly, Red Hood is his answer to it. And you know, it was a risk for Sonic Fox to bring Red Hood to this tournament. It was a new character, not anywhere near as much time with the character as other ones he has up his sleeve, but clearly he was ready, he was practiced, and he has got himself to winner's side top 8 for another year. So far, we know that the 2 players in top 8 we've seen already qualify as Sonic Fox and Honeybee. That's Mortal Kombat, and it's Let me consult your bracket and see what we've got coming up to have a look. We've had some really good games so far. That result there was, I'll be honest, I expected it to be a little bit closer because Theo is himself an amazing player. I don't think we were expecting a 3-0. I think that's a fair assumption, but Theo now sent into losers, which is a bit of a shark tank already. Oh, yeah. But now he's been thrown into, it's gotten a lot more dangerous. And, you know, everyone's sort of seeing him go down to losers, and they're a little bit nervous. But Theo's a pretty big shark himself. If someone, has Theo in their bracket and they go, right, you play for top 8, your opponent, Theo has already sat down, that's going to be scary. I kind of feel like that was a lose-lose situation for whoever's sitting in losers waiting to fight the loser of that. You fight either Sonic Fox or Theo. You're going through losers and you're there, you go to the judge and you're like, right, what's my next match? I'm feeling really good right now. And he's just like, oh, you fight the loser of that. You look up at the stage and you see Theo and Sonic Fox sitting next to each other. And it's just like, in their newly acquired Echo Fox jerseys, the camo design, oh, they're fresh. They're ready to go. They're ready to play. They are ready to play. And already, we have 1 Echo Fox in top 8. Who's going to be coming up next? We'll find out very soon. We'll find out in due time. But we've seen some crazy matches already. I mean, this is a really strong top 32. I'm going to say it based on what we've seen so far. Awaiting on updates as and when they come. But I believe Foxy Grandpa managed to make it through top 8. White Boy, Samij, we saw Samij eliminate Madsen. So who's made it through? Have we seen top 8 just yet, or are people playing for it? All of these matches right here are for top 8. So right now, it's not quite been updated just yet. Who does Foxy fight for top 8? Out of biased curiosity. Well, according to the bracket we've got right now, it was him versus Peanut, which obviously would have been Deadshot versus Fate,
Oh.
which is not a good match.
That's a horrible. But if Peanut wins that, oh mate, that would be so sick.
Yeah, of course. But keep in mind, we only have a certain amount of time. We can only stream a certain amount of games. And obviously, you want to get the qualifications for top 8 as a priority, absolutely. So we'll be finding out what happened with these as soon as we can, as soon as these sort of brackets get updated. But let's reflect on what we've seen. We are trying to get the next match up as soon as possible. But for now, let's just reflect on what we've seen. So the big one, Sonic Fox Red Hood, that was probably one of the biggest talking points going into this by far, was how ready is he going to be? Clearly more than enough, but has proven that, And I actually think that says a lot for how the DLC of Injustice 2 are panning out so far by themselves. Because Red Hood being the first DLC character, historically, people can feel up and down depending on how the characters turn out. But Red Hood feeling very complete, has his own place, is unique, feels unlike any other character in the game, does well versus the top tiers, whilst at the same time not being just completely unbeatable. He doesn't seem to just be this one-size-fits-all character. Definitely has certain things, but not by the way Sonic Fox is playing him. It's making him look absolutely busted.
I think it's really good that NetherRealm, their first DLC character they've released, is just another healthy addition to the game, where he does fine versus all the top tiers. In his own right, he's a solid character. He's just another viable character you can pick among many characters that are viable in tournaments also. So, Sub-Zero's just come out. He's not quite tournament legal
I'm curious
yet.
to see what's going to happen, because Sub-Zero, let's think of some sort of like major Injustice Pro Series events we've got coming up that he's probably going to be illegal at. Finality and versus fighting, do we know? Is that going to be within the 30 days? I'm not quite sure.
I just have to check the dates over
But
in my head. But we have a bunch of qualifiers left.
Yeah, some of the later on ones for sure he's going to be illegal. And depending on when we see Starfire, we know Starfire is coming next, but we haven't seen a release date or anything. So within the next few months, and obviously already NetherRealm have said balance patch after Evo. I believe we saw that. I believe they said that on the Watchtower. But that does mean that we are going to have, as a community, to adjust to certain things after Evo and get ready for it. But I for one welcome it. I think it's going to be really refreshing for the game just to see things shake up a little bit.
Yeah, it's going to shake things up some. It's going to give us some. Well, no doubt we always see some characters get adjusted in different ways. Some of the top tiers may get sort of adjusted a bit, or more importantly, it seems to now be that characters that are considered quite weak will just get a few enhancements so they can kind of compete, sort of take the divide and make it just a little bit smaller. It's what happened at the end of Mortal Kombat X, where the final version of Mortal Kombat X was very much, you could say, the most balanced the game ever was. And it was because the divide between top and bottom was nowhere near as far as it had been in previous iterations. But I tell you who I'm really excited to see, Honeybee. I want to see Honeybee in this top 8. I think right now he is riding a ton of momentum. And the big thing is that he's not been able to travel. He has not been in a situation where he's been able to go, right,
especially
let's go to all these qualifiers.
Yeah,
because Bio's been going everywhere. They've not been traveling together. It's been a change. Bio, I'm sure he misses traveling with his brother, because any brother would when you compete with, siblings. It's a great feeling knowing that you've got that person that you can always interact with, and you train together. You're constantly talking about the game. You're discussing things, and you're just mentally and physically with the game preparing, for the next tournament, because you've got that constant conversation. It's very useful when you've got two brothers that do that. But at the start of Injustice 2, Bio and Honeybee haven't really had the chance to do that, because Honeybee has not been able to travel due to real-life commitments, and Bio's been kind of going it solo. Bio has seen his fair share. I believe he got 9th at CEO. He got top 8 at Combo Breaker. Haven't quite seen how he's done in this tournament, but he's been doing really well in the Pro Series. And now Honeybee has finally been able to travel, and he's got himself a top 8.
I think the biggest sort of diverse thing between them, though, is because Honeybee doesn't really have as much time as Biohazard to play at the moment. We've seen Biohazard with the Bane and Harley Quinn, sort of the pair by themselves, sort of, or the pair together, I should say.
Spreading it equally, right?
Yeah, to sort of spread out and be as prepared as possible for the majority of the matchups in the game. Whereas Honeybee has just been pure Flash. Just one Flash. I know he's played Aquaman here and there, but hasn't really had anywhere near as much success with his Aquaman as he has Flash. So really just that tried and true Flash specialist here, which we've seen not always be a effective thing, but actually, let's move on to the next match we have going on, which could be a Catwoman mirror match. Now it's Samij versus a Foxy Grandpa. This is really far down in this bracket. We are indeed. We're going to have a quick consult of this bracket to see what we've got going on.
I believe Samij fell to Nubcakes, and it was Foxy that lost to Tekken Master. Hang on a minute, so let's have a look. So for top 8 winners, we have Sonic Fox over Theo, Honeybee over Gross, Hayate over Slayer, and Dragon over Nubcake. So the 4 people in winner's side top 8 is going to be Sonic Fox, Honeybee, Hayate, and Dragon. Now, has Hayate been playing... Do you think that's been all Robin? Because I know he's been working on a Blackout. I mean, he's been playing a lot of Robin.
I see. So the winner of this match, I believe, is going to be playing Slayer to qualify. This is Stress City now for these guys.
Now, Foxy himself plays both Catwoman and Deadshot.
Deadshot's definitely his sort of go-to character right now. It's definitely the closest thing to piercing Mileena from Mortal Kombat X. A very grounded, slow, calculated game. And there is one character, though, that Catwoman does really well against, and that's going to be Deadshot. So even though he picks Deadshot for most matchups, I think Catwoman Mirror is his answer to Catwoman. Okay, now this is going to be interesting. How is this going to go down? Catwoman Mirror match to start things off. Foxy with the back three. Anti-air attempt from Samij isn't going to quite connect. But Catwoman has that really dangerous element of a 50-50 where it's, I believe it's standing one into either the overhead flip or the low. Back three actually loses to a normal. You don't see that every day. No cat dash though from Samij to confirm on that, and again doesn't have the bar to do so. And the back three meter burn coming through for a big launch. Foxy looking really good in this first round, but we saw Samij take it over Madsen earlier in this tournament. He looked really comfortable. But that being said, you know, Foxy and Madsen, those like defining European training partners, Foxy is going to be desperate to get that revenge from Madsen here and to move on before. Oh, wow, yeah, he eats up the wake up. Doesn't quite get the punish though. Foxy probably waiting for a combo that just didn't come, but look at Samij in the corner. Good adjustment from Samij, and yeah, spacing up that back three perfectly with a nice whip punish. Samij taking away that first life bar. Just sitting there and waiting for it, really. Oh, wow. That late, he was quite ready for that to hit. Yeah, I don't think anyone was. Foxy was the last person to expect that. Samij now has Foxy in the corner. Wake up backdash to get out of there, but tries to go for the anti-air. There's that trait. One thing, Catwoman's trait is a fantastic wake up. Look at this mobility. Samij just being so slippery right now. Clean anti-air. You don't see that every day. Or wake up of his own. Foxy Grandpa, though, massively down on life. I've got a feeling in this match we're going to see a lot of the same things. I know that's obvious in the mirror match, but they both have very similar metas with Catwoman too. Foxy Grandpa with a commanding meter lead with Samij. Way more health to work with. They're both actually looking for something to whiff punish. They're really sitting almost at jump distance, but clean down to anti-air, but tries to go for an air tech. Would like to have seen a clash instead, I think, especially with the low bar that Samij has. And by low, I mean non-existent. Goes for a clash now, but
I'm not quite sure the logic behind air tech before clash. Because surely use the bar to get health back when possible.
Foxy with the two dashes, but Samij whiffs, but no whiff punish. Hang on a minute, gets knocked down. That back three, yes, be careful though. Samij has been spacing himself perfectly to get the whiff punish on that. And he's going to try just to get the cat dash confirmed. Oh, and he eats it. Foxy's going to go down one game. Samij up one. Are they going for a quick restart, or is he going to sit there and be patient? There's a no coaching rule, unfortunately. They're going to have to get Madsen off the stage. Madsen's going to have to leave the stage. It is unfortunate, but that's what we're going to have to work with. That's the way it rolls. After pause, there is a no coaching rule. Indeed, so Madsen has been asked to leave the stage as we go into game number 2 here. Foxy down one game to Samij so far. But in this mirror in particular, they're really trying to sit out. You actually notice how far they both have to actually stay to cause moves to whiff. That is how much range Catwoman enforces. Oh, wow, the wake-up gets baited out clean by Samij, but again, doesn't have a bar to get for the cat dash. The combo extension. Wow, max range trip too. There's that low launch, but he just baited it. And another wake-up getting baited out. Yeah, Samij is completely in control so far. The meter burn back three, a clean hit. Again, Samij halfway through winning this set. All 3 life bars in total have gone. Foxy having a hard time really getting in on Samij, but his blocks have been superb as well. Empty jump, probably trying to bait the back three. Gets it eventually, but Foxy's got a lot of work to do. There's the whiff, doesn't get the whiff punish in time though. Samij sticking out all the right buttons to keep himself safe. Clean jump in though, but doesn't turn into a full combo. Yeah, definitely gonna be much more damage. Doesn't take it. There's that whip trip once again. Oh, nice, the whiff into backdash, another whiff punish. The dangerous thing now is that Samij has a fully stocked trait. So if he hits the wake-up attack, he's going to do so much damage here. And that's 2 bars wasted. Samij keeping himself as safe as possible. Just knows his spacing. There's whip trip guard. Good block on that too. Samij's blocks have been brilliant. Yeah, really on point. Foxy catches him, but doesn't get the final confirm. Now he gets a life bar on the board, but still. Yeah, they've both got pretty much identical meter.
There's about 500 damage separating them though, which is about 1 and a bit of Catwoman combos.
Oh, they're both just really trying to not get whiff punished there. Speaking of whiff, the cat dash doesn't connect. Wake up back three. Samij trying to get out.
Is when Samij is getting the whiff punishes, he's getting like maximum damage. He's getting a lot of sort of launching potential, and Foxy's sort of being more reserved with his bar.
Back three's trade, but Foxy's had armor because he spent a bar. Oh, there's the late wake up from Samij. Foxy gets anti-ed clean. Samij with a massive amount of life left, so the clash is not going to be anywhere near as good, and the wake up gets baited. Opts not to go for clash though. I mean, I know he couldn't really have much health, but goes for it last minute. I think he realized that the setup into damage wasn't going to be too much, but he decides at the last minute he should have clashed earlier, I think. Yeah, Samij's going to spend both bars, taking that damage guaranteed away. Very low as Foxy has to be careful. Oh, and he walks straight into it. Samij up 2 games. That was kind of hard to call at the last minute, but running straight into the mid, really good answer. Samij is 1 game away from facing Slayer to see who makes top 8 on the loser side. This is far into the tournament, but as it goes, only one of these players will move on. And Samij getting this rush down on point, overwhelming Foxy right now as he gets another hit. This is a great start for Samij. A bit different to what we've seen before, being very aggressive. Blackbeard's going to get him out of there, almost gets armor broke, but not quite in time. Good block. I mean, Samij's blocks on the defense have been incredible so far. There we go, match point for Samij. Foxy on the verge of going home right here. He needs to make something happen right now. Oh, he walks into it. But again, that's it, you know, when Samij gets the whip punishes, he's turning it into a massive amount of damage. Tries to anti-air, but it does not work. The clash comes out of Foxy. Going to be guaranteed health here, but, I mean, look at the life difference. This is going to be a hard work to bring this game back. Samij, so close to moving on through the loser side. And you know he wants it too. We were talking earlier about this could definitely be his breakout performance. Looking to make it happen and looking to be on super good form right now. Oh, back to gets chewed up by the jumping, it's down 2. That was weird. Oh, there's the whiff punish. That's probably going to be the life bonus. He drops this, which isn't going to happen. And again, we saw Foxy Grandpa almost take the comeback last time, so definitely still possible, even on bar. Let's not forget, Foxy does not have access to clash anymore. There's the patience once again from Samij. And another whiff punish taken into a full combo. That's a confirm. Big chunky damage. Block on the low launch, tries to go for a back 3, but again, caught by the mid. And now he's in dangerous territory. And there's the jump in, but he doesn't get the bait in time. That could have been a full combo. Foxy wasn't ready to hit confirm, backdashes to safety. Back to back 3, but Samij with the patience. Now he only needs 1 more hit. Foxy gets hit by the jump in, and Samij defeats Foxy Grandpa and moves on in this losers bracket. Samij having the tournament of his life so far in losers, but still fighting strong, eliminating both Madzin and Foxy Grandpa. Having a good path so far, and it's going to be Samij versus Slayer, I believe, for losers. Right, so I've actually just been informed that it looks like they're getting ready to commence this top 8 on Evo, twitch.tv/Evo. So it's been a really fast turnaround. We've had loads of games. We've got plenty of time throughout the top 8 to collect on what we've seen, but right now, I think we have a top 8 to get started for Injustice 2. So thank you very much for being with us. We'll see you on twitch.tv/Evo, where the top 8 for the Injustice 2 Pro Series at Evo will start very soon. Well.
Taking 50% of his life, trying to establish that distance again with the tiger shots.